What's up, you guys? Welcome back to J Ransom TV. We're back to discuss some more games. I got my homie Xchasemoney with me again to talk about
Yo,
a bunch
yo,
of shit. What's up, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Should be interesting because a lot has happened, and not a lot of it is good since the last few weeks.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot of stuff. I added a couple of quick stories before we get to the Game Awards topic. I'm like, oh, this just came up in the last few days. So hold on, let me. All right, all right. So first off, we're gonna talk about EA. EA blames Dragon Age the Velgar and EA Sports FC25 for reduced revenue. They reported they wanted they said Velgar reached 15 million players, and notice they said players and they didn't say sales because they got it in EA Origin access and stuff. I think it only hit like 80,000 players peak on Steam, and then they said they wanted 3 million players, so that's yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it is crazy, bro.
Did they overshoot a little bit? Or here's the question: do they have the previous? Because is this the first year that is FC or the second year? This might be the second year.
I think it's his first second. I don't know.
Doesn't really matter. I just wonder how those numbers compared to the last time they released the soccer, the FIFA. Like, is it just down or did they just way overshoot?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, missed expectations by 50%. Disappointing in the series because the third game Inquisition. Now Dragon Age was never really that popular. Two is my favorite, even though that's like people don't like it that much. I never beat one because it was just tactics, and I was like, all right, this is too much for me. And I got into it with two, and then Inquisition just. I think Inquisition. I like Inquisition, but not as much as other people. I think it came out and it was like where it wasn't really a lot of games out at the time. It came out 2014,
Yep.
and then it got pity
Yep.
awards. I feel like it because you see the same shit that it didn't get nominated. It got nominated for accessibility. That's it this year.
I didn't even like that game wasn't even really on my radar. Just for like whatever reason. Part of it is I still got stuff from 2023
Me too.
that I feel like I have to play before I touch something like Dragon Age.
Mm.
Um I don't know. And a lot of people always think that it's these like anti woke DEI things that affect. It's not. The people they think they are as impactful as the people who complain about Hogwarts Legacy.
Right.
They think it's that. It's usually there's a quality issue with the product, and it just so happens that there's a group of people who also have issues with the DEI stuff, and it's usually in tandem. It's not just because they're not getting it. I just don't think the game appealed to that many people. Another thing though, real quick, I think the industry is so I don't think they understand success anymore. I think they look at Animal Crossing, Hogwarts, GT. After they look at these big like Titan games, and then they think that that's what they need to sell. When like a game that might sell 2-3 million units is still a good game. I don't know what Dragon Age sold, but for a lot of games, if it only sold 2 million copies or even like 1.5 million, they would say it's a complete failure.
Yeah.
And I just think the industry is really they're really ambitious with their revenue expectations and the sales of games, especially when they're in subscriptions. People, why would people buy the game?
Right.
There's no
And
point.
and I'm shocked that they were just hoping for 3 million players because Inquisition sold a lot. It sold like 10 plus million, and that was the best selling Dragon Age. But people like, oh, it's because of this DEI stuff, and I'm like, well, you gotta remember, the last Dragon Age came out 10 years ago, and then what came after? Not a good Mass Effect game. Great gameplay in Andromeda, but it wasn't a good Mass Effect game. Terrible characters, terrible plot. And then what's it? Anthem came out. People don't have a lot of hope in Bioware now, and it's like Dragon Age was like, all right, that's failed. Then Bioware, you kind of on your last legs for real. It's like you got
Yeah.
Mass Effect left. Um, But I don't have faith in you with Mass Effect because you tried Mass Effect, and now you bring back a familiar character with Liara, but I don't trust you with Mass Effect. I'm gonna give you another shot because I love Mass Effect, but and then the lead director, I forget her name, she left Bioware. She was director for Belgar. People like, well, she left because she was in charge of this terrible game. I'm like, it's not just on her. People be, I think they forget or they just don't care. Like all the reworks this new Dragon Age went through, because it was gonna be a live service game at one point. They had to change it up so many times, so they didn't have much to work with. I haven't played the game yet. I have it because of my homie, but I'm gonna give it to it eventually. But I just, all the things I heard, I'm like, I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, bro. And then with the DEI stuff, I feel like they were complaining about Baldur's Gate, but you see how far that got them to. That crowd, they don't.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't think the people that are complaining about that. No, don't get me wrong, though. I do see examples of some of that stuff, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like a lot of times, they just complain to complain about products that I don't think that they would have bought regardless.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you weren't interested in this already. You're just looking for a reason to now announce why you're not getting it. You were never going to get it.
And they keep being like, look at this. How many times we gotta show you examples of these DEI games failing to show you that we don't want. I'm like, there are plenty of examples of great games failing too. I'm like, yep, but y'all ignore that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And while I knew it was funny when they just said anything on Unreal Engine was woke. I was like, all right, let's.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So next one, this is a little quick one. It is about Insomniac and Wolverine. Dev said, we like to be like Logan today and remain very stoic. Insomniac quiet on whether Wolverine will make 2025. People been wanting answers for it, but it's like, I feel like we would have had another trailer already if it wasn't for those leaks. I think those leaks fucked it up for us because people worried about the game like, oh, well, they changed directors, creative director left to go work on. He went to Xbox to go work on the new Perfect Dark game.
Saying that.
And I'm like, well, people leave all the time, so that's not really an indication. And like, we had quality with Insomniac, so like, there's no reason to like fear. And I'm like, Wolverine is a interesting case. I just feel like they announced it too early. I don't think it's nothing crazy. Like, why haven't we seen anything? I think there's something wrong with it, but if you look at, I'm like, let Insomniac cook. I'm like, they released 3 games this gen. Wow.
And they're all good.
Yeah, plenty of studios haven't released nothing yet. It's only 1 game. So like, can't we let them relax a little bit? Spider-Man 2 was a 5-year period from Spider-Man 1. So,
yeah, but then they had the Miles Morales stuff, so they had to put that out as well.
Yeah, that's
so
like
they haven't had yeah, they haven't. I don't know how many people work there, but I don't think that they've got to sit and work on a game for 5 years yet. I feel like they've been asked to churn out. I mean, you had Ratchet and Clank, you had and 3 Spider-Man games since 2018. I mean, that's a 7-year period, and you have what? That's 4 games plus Wolverine. That's 5 games. That's a bit much. But meanwhile, Naughty Dog, Sucker Punch, The Initiative. We could go on and on about studios that have not put out a game in 5 years. So everybody relax. Like they need to chill. And as far as I'm going to the Initiative, bro, they announced that Perfect Dark game. Like, what year was 2017? 18? We've seen nothing from that. There's been a lot of turmoil over there. Another thing we haven't seen, wasn't there supposed to be a Mission Impossible? Remember that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Interactive.
We barely got a Perfect Dark trailer, a gameplay trailer last year. So like,
that's what I'm saying. We complain that they show trailers too early back in 2017. Like, y'all showing stuff because y'all don't have nothing. So y'all feel like you have to put something out for an event, and then it takes 5 years for us to get it.
Exactly. People like it'll be 4 years in like September when the Wolverine trailer came out. Like, games nowadays take 4 to 6 years. Like, we'll get it. According
they need to slow down with that.
Yeah.
6-year dev cycle, bro.
According to the leaks, it's supposed to come out next year, but we'll see. But like I said, they dropped 3 games this year. Like they deserve some rest. Like it'll get here when it get here. They should never release that trailer too early. But like like you said, Naughty Dog had released the game. We barely getting Yote. It's crazy out here. So I'm not worried about Insomniac at all. And then other news, it's Ted Price. He was like the CEO for Insomniac. I think he was there 31 years. He retired.
He left. Yes.
Yeah. Now it's 3 co-CEOs, and people like, well, people worry about that, but I feel like it's good that you have 3. You can make a vote instead of people just a crazy person greenlighting anything. So
yeah, Ubisoft.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I think that's cool. The new heads is Chad, Ryan Schneider, and Jen Huang. And they not all gamers. Like one is like I think one is like financial part of it. One of them who actually like a creative on the dev team. He's been there for a minute. So yeah, that's cool that they got that. But yeah, let Insomniac cook. They whole release cadence for like the next 5 years was leaked, so they'll release games when
I don't. We got to give reputable studios some cushion, man, because we seen what could happen in just a few years where a studio we hold up here just falls flat. So if anybody's not done that, man, give these people a little bit of a break, bro.
Exactly. But we don't know when Naughty Dog coming out. Shit.
Man, they get away with murder over there, bro.
Yeah, we get 1 game this gen. This is the worst gen for exclusives, man.
This is the worst gen. This is the worst gen, period. The only thing that makes it serviceable, bro, and I'm saying that not just based on games. I'm talking about like what's going on in the industry and acquisitions and bad acquisitions and like all this, the whole industry, not just the games. But I feel like the only thing that held this gen together, obviously, is indie games, and then the fact that it launched with backwards compatibility, so that we didn't get a whole bunch of studios being forced to remake a game they just made the last year of last gen, like they did with The Last of Us. They had to remake that, they had to redo the GTA 5 and all that stuff. Other than that, though, it's been, I know 2023 was amazing, but ass. People still on old consoles too, talking about ain't nothing worth it. No, y'all gotta get off them consoles if you can. I'm tired of y'all, bro.
Yeah, I saw people, I forgot what game it was. It's like, it's not coming to PS4. I'm like, bro, I was never that kid. It's like, why are you not releasing on my system? I'm like,
never. It took me 2.5 years to get a PS3 after launch.
Bro, I didn't have a PS3 to 2014. Like I could.
Oh yeah, I remember.
My brother's friend was living with us, and that's how I played Last of Us. Like, man, I didn't get a 360 till 2010. Like
4.5 years, right?
Yeah, I was not complaining.
We're going into the 5th year. Come on, guys, because they're gonna say people are saying that now. Gonna be saying that when the PS6 come out, bro. Oh, there's nothing. Yeah. They like, oh, come on, bro.
It is crazy out here. Next thing, we gotta talk about Rockstar. So, what does it say? A video game industry analyst has said that there is hope in the games industry that GTA 6 could cost up to 100 so that other companies could raise the default price as well. And I'm like, listen, GTA 6 can get away with it. I'm not buying it. I know my friend will. I will game share. You make content, so that's understandable. I'll game share off my homie. I'll refuse it. I'll get it for $20 from GameStop. I'll wait 10 years to play it. You fucking with me. But I'm like, listen, I don't know who looking forward to the price increase. Y'all can't get away with murder. GTA 6 can do this.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Naughty Dog can't get away with this. Insomniac cannot get away with this. People will.
Nope, nobody. Not a single. I said it before though. People might not agree with it. That's fine. There's some games that I've paid more than $70 for because of in-game purchases.
Yeah.
If you play 2K, if you play certain games, you can't even compete. Like they're gonna put you in a park or the record, you'll be a 60 overall with no badge. Like nobody's gonna want to play with you, so you're almost forced to spend money. So you're spending effectively more than that. And if you make multiple bills, whatever, there's a lot of games that I know I spent more than 70 on. If I could spend $85 up front and not have to spend anything on the back end, I would do it. But we know they're not going to do that. It's going to be 80 up front, and they're still going to have the game littered with microtransactions.
Mhm.
They're even having double and triple season passes, premium season passes, and it's gotten so outrageous. And we know what they're going to do. It's going to be just like Fortnite had the battle pass. Nobody cared about Fortnite's battle pass as far as like complaining. The game was free. There was nothing in the game that was paid to win. It was just cosmetic. Cool. But then that battle pass made its way into full price games, and then I seen it on Crash Bandicoot Racing. You are not Fortnite. Y'all are not GTA. You cannot copy monetization and think it's going to go over well, because it won't. But they're going to do it. They're going to say, okay, we're not going to charge 100. We're going to start charging 80. Yeah. And EA is going to be the first people.
And another analyst came out and talked about this. He's like, this is getting ridiculous. There's no need to make the base game of any game 100. Special editions, collector's editions, gold, silver editions, etc. do the same thing, and at a high percent of day one buyers jump on. Yeah, because it's these new editions now too, where you can play early. I will never take part. People like, there's gonna be one game that I'm like, bro, I can wait. I feel like if you have an early access to pre-order, you should just release it that day. Like, what are we doing here?
It's Game Pass. Xbox, y'all not slick, man. I knew they was gonna do it though. That's how they get people to spend full price on the game and not just get it on Game Pass. Is okay, I'm gonna give you the game 2-3 days early. I think they did with Starfield.
Yeah, they're doing it with Doom, 2 days earlier. Koei Tecmo did it too, because my homie got Dynasty Warriors. I downloaded it, and it was like, oh, you can play it now, and it wasn't even out yet. I'm like,
did Sparking Zero do that, or
oh yeah, Sparking Zero did it too. Yeah,
it's just that's that FOMO stuff. They know people don't want to miss out. I feel like this works even better in the content creation era, is because now, like, it's one thing if they had this early access stuff and there was no YouTube and no Twitch, because I wouldn't be able to get on and see a whole bunch of people playing the game. I wouldn't feel like I was missing out on anything. But now they know that most people watch YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, or whatever platform, and they're going to see their creators are going to be playing the games. And if they don't see them, their friends are going to see them, and that's how it spreads, bro. It's easy to do that when you can see everybody playing some shit that you want to play. That's all. It's all FOMO, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. So that y'all can keep wishing that, but cause it's games now I don't even buy 70. Real quick, like Atlas, they be trying to get away with robbery. It's like I didn't buy Metaphor. I didn't buy Persona 3 Reload till I got it now on PS5, but I played it on Game Pass because they charge $70, which I'm fine with. It's a remake, I'm fine, but it's on PS4. It's basically, and it's Persona games and Metaphor are made on a PS3 engine, bro.
Yep.
And I'm like, you trying to be $70 where it's on last gen too? I'm like, I'm not paying $70 for it, so I waited. I just played on Game Pass, and I'm not buying Metaphor till it's like $20. I'm like, well,
I got that for Christmas. My homie and his wife, because we always exchange gifts. They're like, what you want? Like, yo, just give me Metaphor. One of my boys, I promise you, he will never pay full price for a video game. He been gaming since we was kids. He'll wait till I beat it. He'll borrow it off me. He will not. He don't care. And you know what he blames for that shit? Watch Dogs, bro.
Hey, I got a homie who was saying, I'm like, bro, come on, support this game. It's like I had to beg him to buy Lies of P for $40. I was like, bro,
that game is worth every penny.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
The only game he'll buy full price is Monster Hunter. He's like a super fan. Nothing else. He gets everything on sale. He was like, well, this game, $10. Okay, perfect. He'll wait for a sale or buy from me. I'm like, damn.
Mark guy.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't do it. All right. We can talk about the Game Awards briefly. We got some winners. We got some great announcements. So I just go in order that I don't know why they start with the Game of the Year first.
They do?
Yeah,
when they do the show, they don't though, right?
Yeah, just the websites. They always spoil it. Start with the Game of the Year first. All right, game of the year. You know, well, if you've been under a rock. The nominees were Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth, Wukong, Elden Ring DLC, Final Fantasy Rebirth, and Metaphor. The winner was Astrobot.
Easy money.
Yeah,
Easy.
and I didn't have a problem. I didn't play Wukong yet at the time, so I had no say. I won't play Rebirth till the third game is around the corner. Like I said,
I told people that I was going to win.
yeah.
I told people. As I'm doing the walkthrough, I'm like, man, I had Wukong. I said, I don't know no more. At this win, I said, don't be surprised. And it won. Hey, I'm surprised. I love Wukong, though. Great game, but it's not without its flaws.
Oh, yeah, we going to talk about that when we talk about our top 10, because I got some issues with
Okay.
Wukong.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, I was fine with any game winning except Elden Ring. I didn't really care. But yeah, Astrobot.
You didn't want Elden Ring to win?
Nah, bro. DLC shouldn't be even nominated. That shit.
Nope. DLC, remakes.
Yeah.
No, it's not a new idea. It's a safe. It is a safe play. And when you don't take risks, you should not be rewarded with the highest of achievements for doing something that was not risky at all. You have a formula for a game that you did that was successful 15, 20, 30 years ago, and you knew it was going to work again. That's not risky. What's risky is studios when they made the Horizon after making shooters the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, the small indie games, like that's a risk, not these remakes. I enjoy the remakes. Like I play some really good ones, but no, you shouldn't win for that. That's my ass, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree, 100%. Best game direction, Astrobot won that. Was out of Balatro, Black Myth, Elden Ring, Rebirth, and Metaphor. I forget what best game direction describes, but yeah. Again, I'm not hating on Metaphor. I haven't played it. I'm sure it's.
I haven't played it yet either. I have it. I could, and I'm willing to bet that after I play it, I'm gonna think it's the best game of 2024. I just can't put that there. I haven't played it. Some fraud shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not talking about it. But I just feel like Metaphor is just fantasy persona. So I don't feel like you change. I mean, they have a new persona system with the archetypes. But yeah, Astrobot was really different. A remake is just, Rebirth is just remake with extra stuff. So again, I forget the definition, but Astrobot won. We can skip TV show. Fallout won best adaptation. That's cool.
Didn't they cancel the second season, bro?
No, it was put on hold because of the fires.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the fire is crazy out here. I mean, I'm safe, but yeah, it's all around me. It was ashes everywhere. It was hot as hell.
That's what my nephew was saying.
Yeah, I had to keep my window closed. It was getting in. The air quality was terrible. Shout out to the people that lost their homes though, man. That shit sucks. Best narrative, Metaphor. So I can't wait to play the game to learn the story, because at least we slapping with the narratives, man.
You think?
Yeah, they haven't missed yet. I mean, well, I haven't played Shin Megami Tensei, so let me not say they haven't missed.
But you said I thought you said they slack.
No. I said they slap. They slap.
Oh, slap. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you said they slack. I was about to say, hold up, brother.
Bro, I played all the personas. I know they slap. I trust them. Best art direction, Metaphor, ReFantazio. Yeah, that's cool. It was Neva, some indie game, Elden Ring, Black Myth, and Astrobot.
Elden Ring, you won enough. You hear me? You won enough. Get out of here, man.
Astrobot, yeah, that was cool. Black Myth was pretty game, but some of the things, bro, I'm playing on the. We gonna talk about it. Alright, man, I got some issues. I was like, I'm coming at the people who was like, Wukong was 2024 Spider-Man. You know, when people's like, how did Spider-Man not win in 2023? I'm like, well, I can tell you how Wukong did win. Best score of music, Final Fantasy Rebirth. I think it's a good game too. It's on my list. Best score in music, yeah, Rebirth. I wasn't mad at any of the choices. I would have personally chose Stellar Blade, but when you play Rebirth, because you still have to beat Remake, Rebirth had this one song, because it's not all like the same tracks from the original game. They got some new tracks. I want you to listen up when you get off of this. Type in Bow Wow Wow, Final Fantasy Rebirth. That song is addicting. I'm like, yeah, that song is good. It is for a side quest, bro. Silent Hill, Stellar Blade, yeah, that's her best score in music. Best audio design, Astro Bot, Call of Duty, Rebirth, Senua Saga, Hellblade 2. I was trying to play this.
Oh, I forgot about Hellblade. Jeez.
But I heard it wasn't bad, so I didn't get to it. I'm gonna get to it though. It's only 5-something hours. We can do that in one sitting, so I'll play.
What, Hellblade?
Yeah, it's not long though. It's like shorter than the first game, I think.
I gotta play it, bro.
Yeah, I got to. Silent Hill 2. I was listening to this podcast and dude went in on this game. He was like, "Man, this bullshit acting is like."
What?
For Hellblade, he was going off. Gene Park, he was going off on this game. He like, "That's not fucking acting." I was cracking up.
It was that bad?
He hates Hellblade too. Well,
Did he like Hellblade the first one?
Yeah, he do. He just feel like they get cheap awards because of the topic, mental health and stuff. Cause I'm like, cause now I don't mind it being nominated, and I haven't played it, but it had good audio design the first game. I would have went with Silent Hill 2. That shit was scary, bro.
Man, you warned me, and I'm like, ah. And then I got there, especially when you get to that asylum, that jail or whatever, bro. Oh.
Yeah, because I don't really get scared using these games anymore. I mean, besides Dead Space Remake, that sound design was crazy too.
Yeah.
But Silent Hill, damn, they was going crazy. Best performance, Melina Juergens. She played Senua. I feel like some people, like, they didn't nominate nobody from Metaphor. People say they're really good. But it was out of Brianna White. She played Era. What's her name? Hannah Tell. She played Max in Life is Strange. And listen, I like Life is Strange. Max was like I'm gonna say she's like a C-tier voice actor. I never thought her acting was amazing in the first game or nothing. She barely improved. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I didn't know if it was the way she was written or the voice actor performance that like was responsible for that, because it doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be the direction she was given. To be fair, yeah. But yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't even know why she was nominated. I'm like, she had no chance of winning. Humphrey Gonzalez for I forget her name, the chick from Star Wars Outlaws, and then Luke. I
didn't play that game, and I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna play it. My homie got it, so I'm downloading it.
You let me know.
Yeah, because it got patched, and some people say the gameplay's fun, and it just, it was just a mixed bag. They were like trying to be a jack of all trades and like not even like decent in none of the areas.
We need to. Well, real quick, like I think the industry's having an issue with being a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people, they want to have all these different mechanics in their game, but you're not really good at any of these. So we end up just getting an average to below average across all your mechanics. That doesn't make for a good game. Like, you're really good at something, base your game around that, and try to do as much of that as you can. But that's not what you get. Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Like, oh my! They just going through it. Everything banking on AC Shadows.
And that's why I think it's going to be a great game. Because of that. They don't have a choice, or they out of here.
Yeah. It's funny, because like one of the people who was a little negative, he's like, he's not impressed with Mr. Maddie. And like I watched a bunch of people, but I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But again, I don't take everybody's opinion as gospel or nothing like that. But I'm like, I just immediately after I heard from his review or preview impressions, I'm like, well, you like Valhalla, so.
And I don't like to do that, but sometimes I do. It's natural, bro.
Yeah.
Where somebody don't like something, and you be like, you like this? Like, I ain't, because Valhalla is not the story. You're not like, once you get the Asgard section, could have been the whole game, and it would have been great. Because that is my favorite like plot twist that they've ever done in their game, was that whole thing. It just took so long to get there that nobody will ever see it. Nobody I know. I'm like the only person I know that beat that game. It's ridiculous, bro.
I got bored like 10, 12 hours in. I'm like, I'm done. I'm like,
and it's the worst of the new style. It's the worst out of Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. I don't know a single person who thinks that Valhalla is better than any of those other two games. Not even close.
Yeah, I'm excited. Cause my homies gonna pre-order it. I was like, all right, I'll shoot you half. I'll shoot you half for the game. But I was like, wait. It got delayed. When it first got delayed, I'm like, let's wait. And then the previews came out. I'm like, well, first it got delayed again, and then the previews came out. Like, oh, okay, all right, we can copy. But yeah, best action. We just go speed run these so we get to the announcements. Best action game, Black Myth. Shout out to them. Their first studios game, and you know they made it to the big stage. So that's really good achievement. Best action adventure, Astrobot. Best RPG, Metaphors. Best fighting, Tekken 8. Family game, Astrobot. Best sim strategy. I don't know any of these except Unicorn Overlord. I have it, but bro, I haven't had. There's a lot of games I gotta play from this year. Did you get this?
So no, it's in my Amazon wish list. You told me to buy that, right?
Yeah.
I got a whole wish list with games that you told me to get, because I still like to get physical copies. I know, like, we're old, I guess. So
yeah.
You know, people are like, oh, you still do that? Yes, when I can. I don't always get to, maybe half the time. But
yeah, same. I try to buy when I can. Yeah, I got Unicorn Overload. That's one I want to get to. I'm gonna get to that game right there that I just showed you. All right, best multiplayer, Helldivers. All right, let's get the rest of these. Why? It didn't even tell me the nominees.
Shout out to Queso. He won content streamer of the year, I think, whatever that category is.
Queso, yeah. Yeah, shout out to him. From what I've seen, he's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
He has a beautiful voice.
Man, he dude's so funny, bro. He's just so like, a lot of streamers ain't like, a lot of content creators and streamers ain't relatable like they used to be. But he just seems like such a regular dude, bro. This dude's funny as hell.
Right. All right, we go. Yeah, I agree. From what I've seen, yeah, he seemed cool. He's not like, he's really genuine, like how he treats his audience and stuff. All right, I'm gonna speed run these announcements. Let me know. Stop me if you want to talk about something real quick. During the pre-show, it was Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. We go talk more about Ninja Gaiden, but this is the 2D version of Ninja Gaiden. That's what it started as. It's back. Slay Inspire 2, One Move Away, whatever that is. Dave the Diver in the Jungle. People was calling that DEI, even though there was a, person of color in the first game, I believe.
Dave the Diver.
Yeah.
Like, you guys weren't going to play Dave the Diver, bro. They weren't.
Yeah. When I saw that on Twitter, I was like, bro, are we serious? Dave the Diver. Shadow Labyrinth is like a Metroidvania Pac-Man game. It looks cool. They have a animated show on that secret level where they did the video game shorts. They have a version of that for this game. Alright, then we go to the main show. It kicks off with The Witcher 4, which I'm excited about. They call that woke because series not hot enough for them, but whatever. And you just didn't play the game. Again, people were saying like, oh, why did they do this? It was obvious if you play the game.
They didn't change her look. She looks great.
Yeah.
Act like they made her. They do make some of them characters ugly. I ain't gonna lie. They ain't do that to her though.
Mary Jane, ugly as hell.
No reason.
It is like, how you make her worse? Like, she was just an average white girl in the first game, but she's ugly in 2. Yeah. But yeah, she's just older in this game. And then again, if you played the DLC as well, which you should, amazing DLC. They letting you know for real, this is hey, this is the end of Geralt's story. Now he will be in the Witcher 4. They said so.
Is there a release date?
No, they announced that too early. I don't know when.
I think they're working on 2 games.
They're working on like 3 Witcher games. They're working on remaking 1, which is needed because you don't want to look at the gameplay of Witcher 1.
I only played 3. You told, and I think you said 2 was.
Oh, you gotta play 2. 2 was amazing.
Oh, I thought you said 2 was ass.
No, 2 was amazing. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like some things I like it 2 more because of like what happens. Yeah, it is amazing. Got branching paths. Like it is crazy. The story is so it's way harder than Witcher 3. I'm letting you know that now.
Ooh, what year did this come out?
It's a 360 game, bro. Oh, Witcher 1? I don't know. I watched a walkthrough. I waited for my copy for Witcher 2 to come. I was like, I'm not playing Witcher 1. It was a PC only game.
I don't even like the camera view. Oh yeah, this looks. Damn, this looks like a Steam early access like rip-off game. Like
bro,
a lot of
you
games
know how
like
you gotta
this now.
manage your oils and stuff and your potions?
Yeah.
You had to be on that in Witcher 1. Like I tell you, I watched a whole walkthrough for that game. I'm like, ooh, I can't play. Like, and you gotta do that with 2. Like you'll get your head busted if you don't get right in 2. It's way harder than 3. Even on what's Death March on Witcher 3, the hard difficulty. Witcher 2, even on normal, it'll beat your ass. So you gotta be careful. Elden Ring announced another game, so it's gonna be back in the Game Awards when it comes out. And it's this year, Elden Ring Night Rain. It's a roguelike co-op game where you team up with your buddies and you gotta survive the day and then beat the final boss. And it's not DLC, it's an actually standalone game. Project Robot, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's by this
Is that mech game?
Yeah, I think it's a mech game. Yeah, you gotta beat mechs. It's by the creator of Echo, Shadow Colossus, and Last Guardian.
I know. I think that's another. I've seen that one.
Okay. And it's
I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting that.
Yeah, I'm not really into. I was never into Shadow Colossus, that stuff. Split Fiction, Joseph Fares, new game. You know, he did Brother Tale of Two Sons, Way Out, and then it won Game of the Year. It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Oh, that's the same guy?
Yeah.
Whatever he get, day one.
Oh,
day
yeah.
one right there.
And
dude out here putting out $20, $30 games. That's classics.
Right, and then it's carrying over. You know, you buy the game. One person has to buy a game, you can share. And they made so much money of that. They sold like 20 million
copies.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm excited. Just more of the same. That's all I need. Nobody gives a fuck about the story and the Way Out. I mean, It Takes Two. A Way Out story is fire, but nobody cares about the story. It Takes Two, but the level design, the gameplay, that's what matters. And we get more of the same. Split Fiction. It's fantasy and sci-fi. Sign me up. That's day one cop. Steel Hunters is a 12-person multiplayer shooter. A hero shooter. I don't care. Borderlands 4 is supposed to be coming out this year. I make some Borderlands 3 was so ass. People like, oh, you guys are just getting with the times because the jokes were never good. I'm like, listen, I played Borderlands 2 7 times. I played it like a year before 3 came out, and I still laughing at it. And I beat it like 3 times in a row. So like, I don't agree with that. Just 3 just had terrible writing. Someone said they turned down the toilet humor in 4. I'm like, it wasn't even just that. It was just I didn't like the villains. They had shit villains in 3. I don't even like the character design for the new heroes.
2012, huh?
Yeah, for Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 3.
No, 2 was 2012. 2 was 12. 3 was like 2018 or something like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like even the character design for a new character. So you already.
You ain't like the movie?
I didn't go see that shit, bro. Like,
I ain't gonna see that shit either.
The moment I heard they cast Kevin Hart as Roland, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm good, bro. I'm like, you convinced me. Clyde from 16 got announced to Tekken 8. I still gotta play that. I have it, but I haven't played it yet. New Virtual Fighter is back.
I have not seen that game or heard anything about Virtual Fighter in God knows how long. I hope it does well.
Yeah, it's made by I forget how to say the name, but the
Ryu.
Yeah, Ryu Gakuru.
I'm gonna get it because his name's on it, bro. I just like this game.
Yeah, and then they coming out with another game besides Pirate in Hawaii. That's coming out next month. They're working on another game
Yo,
called Project Century.
I just want to say, like, realistically, objectively, the rules are not the same for every studio, every publishing company, every person. Everybody should know that. They look at one company and they say, "How? That's not fair. They shouldn't get to do this." I'm here to tell you, this dude Ryu is the king of asset flips. I don't know how he gets away with literally using the same assets over and over, and he's like 20 games into his universe, bro. I don't mind. I don't care. I really mess with the game, and I'm just like, I couldn't imagine if Sony or Microsoft or any other company did that. They would get raked over the coals for that, bro. This dude, he's just like, how could you get away with this?
Bro, they released like 2 games. Cause one year it was Ishin, the spinoff where it was like samurai, and then they released the in between of 7 and 8, the man who erased his name, and then last year 8 came out. It's like they were just churning out these games, and then we getting another game with Majima this year. It's crazy.
Like, you guys, see, this is why we don't. I'm not saying to be like them, because Ubisoft was putting out too many games here. But you don't need 7-year cycles for all your games, man. You don't. These dudes is over here putting out crazy amounts of games, bro.
Yeah, and it's just like, but it's a dark side to that because it works for Yakuza, but we was like, chill out with Assassin's Creed, bro. We don't need them every year.
Assassin's Creed storytelling wasn't that good, though.
Yeah.
Like I think Assassin's Creed definitely got in trouble for that.
Mm-hmm. You need a balance, and some people don't know that balance. They try to take advantage. Next is Turok Origins. This looks weird, but like I played Turok heavy on 64.
I want to play it.
Yeah, and it's a co-op shooter. It's got a story mode. The classic N64 first-person shooter franchise Turok is being rebooted by Saber. They made Warhammer 40K, so sign me up. Space Marine 2. I'm interested in that.
Is that game good, bro?
Oh yes, I mean, bro, you need to play it. If you get the homies Trey or Ricky together, because it's 3-player co-op, you guys should play it. I don't know if they played it, but get somebody who hasn't played it.
They didn't.
Okay, it's really fun. You guys should play that.
I heard only good things about it.
And then if you get Ranchi, you know, does Ranchi go for plats? You know, you could get him to go for the plat.
I'm alone, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a really good campaign, man. Yeah, I think y'all enjoy it. Warframe got new expansions. Splitgate 2. Some racing game called Screamer.
Dude, ain't learned first. Splitgate 2.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not. And then this surprised everyone because me and JG been fighting a good fight in this game for years, decades.
Onimusha?
Yes.
Of course.
I've been waiting.
Of course.
They
did the remaster.
Yeah, the first game, and then they didn't. I just figured they didn't do well now because they didn't remaster the other games. They did an anime years later, but that shit was trash. So I was like, well, Onimusha dead.
I'm getting it. Day one. My homie texted me. I thought he was lying. I didn't get to see the awards the day of because I was at the thing. He said, "You got your wish." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like a new Onimusha. I said, "You know, quit playing with me, bro."
That's the same thing TBH did with JG because he was like at some party or something, and yeah, Onimusha Way of the Sword. We got a snippet of gameplay. I knew I thought it was Neo at first, but the moment it got to the castle, and I saw like the gauntlet before he even started sucking up the soul. As soon as I saw the gauntlet, I'm like, oh, Onimusha. Yeah, Onimusha Way of the Sword. Capcom surprised the Game Awards with the return of Samanosuke. Yeah, because we haven't seen Samanosuke since 3. Because 4th game is with Soki, which is my favorite. Dawn of Dreams is my favorite, but yeah, it's nice to see Samanosuke again. And people like, well, I hope they don't make it Souls like. I'm like, yeah, I hope so too. Like, just leave it the way it was. It's like a survival kind of horror-ish samurai game, and it needs to be like that. Stage Fright. This is the game made by Overcooked developer.
I seen it. I like Overcooked. So something like that's like some stuff you can play on stream.
Yeah. Sonic Racing got a new game coming out. I never played a Sonic Racing game.
It's cool. I to be honest, after playing Crash Team Racing, bro, I think that's better than a lot of these spin-off racing.
Oh yeah, Crash Team Racing is good. I just can't believe you didn't know how dangerous it was.
I had no idea. I'm just thinking, oh, it's like Mario Kart. Like, yeah, you're gonna lose sometimes, but if you just get good items, you'll be fine. No.
Yeah. Crash Team Racing, Diddy Kong Racing, are dark horses of racing game. Midnight Club.
We'll never get. We're supposed to get a second Diddy Kong, and they canceled it years ago.
Yeah, we got a new trailer for Mafia: The Old Country.
I seen. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it's a redemption from the third one.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, because it's just the gameplay loop for the third one's ass. The story, characters, fire. The gameplay loop was ass. Okami is back. It's made and they got the original dude to work on it, Hideki Kamiya, because he left Platinum Games last year. He formed his or 2020. I forget when he or 2023 he left. I think he formed his own studio, and he called it Clover. It was originally because when he made Okami, he had a studio called Clover. So they just added the S to his new studio, and Capcom. He got with Capcom, and like, yeah, you can work on Okami. So he's doing that. I haven't played Okami, but I bought it after they announced this. I never played it. I just know, I knew of Okami, and I played with Amaterasu and Marvel vs. Capcom, but yeah, I never played the game.
I played a little of Okami. I think I got that from GameFly a while ago, and just I couldn't get around to finish it. It was really fun though.
Yeah, I bought the HD version on PlayStation 4 or 5. Alright, last trailer. Terrible name, by the way. Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. We finally get a sneak peek at Naughty Dog's new IP. We heard for a long time they were working on something sci-fi. Everybody thought it was gonna be Last of Us 3, but you know, people don't read nothing; they just read headlines.
They know Last of Us 3 is probably going to come out, but
yeah, because they said they done
whatever they put out. I need it.
Yeah,
they're done officially.
Yeah, if anything, Sony will probably get somebody else to work on it because, you know, they did a promo for PS5 and they're showing a game, but they show like a girl and it looked like the older version of Nate's daughter. So I'm sure some studios working on a new Uncharted, but Naughty Dog is done with Uncharted.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's okay to move on. Something else. Intergalactic, 3 and done. Sometimes it's okay to just do one. If the story, if that's what you have for the story, it's okay to do one, but yeah, I'm good with 3 games and then move it on. Yeah, you basically, it's like they Neil Druckmann said he took inspiration from Cowboy Bebop and Akira, but you play as a bounty hunter. I forget her name, but
I can't wait, man.
I know, an action game. I'm ready.
I can't wait.
Yeah, she got some like beam sword.
Yeah. Out of all the games you said, I'm trying to think. What did I get excited for the most? Probably Onimusha. Yeah. You're not gonna believe this other one. Have you ever played Slay the Spire?
No, but yeah, know. I remember you playing that one. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that game is STS really amazing, bro. I didn't know they was gonna do it too, because it seems like the type of game that would be around like CS:GO. It just be around a long time, and they'll just keep adding to it instead of doing a new one. Right, those two.
Right, because you play with cards, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's amazing, bro. It's a roguelike though, so you know what I mean, and it's really, really challenging. Especially when you get to that 4th chapter. Yeah, you lose all your cards, you start over, man. You be in there like, you know, like I was in there, me and Raunchy, I put Raunchy on it. We was up to like 2 a.m. playing that game, bro. And then like we would be watching each other because maybe I'll lose, but he getting ready to get to the 4th chapter. I'm like, yo, and we trying to like help each other out.
Right.
And then you just lose. I'm telling you, it's an amazing game.
Oh my god.
You can play that on that PlayStation. I don't know if it's on PlayStation. I played it on PC. That PlayStation remote device though, I think I told you is pretty good, bro. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be some BS. I'm gonna be honest. Ricky got it for me, and I'm telling you, it's really good, bro.
Okay. How does it work, real quick? It's like it goes off of Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so you turn your PlayStation on, and the setup's super easy. As long as your PlayStation's on, turn on your remote portal, and then once you turn it on, it just connects to your PlayStation, and then that's it. They also have, if you have PlayStation Premium, which I do, cloud, you can play through the cloud. So you actually wouldn't even, I don't think you even need your PlayStation to be on for that. I think you actually take that away with you. I need to test that out to see how it works though.
Oh, okay. So
But I
I
thought
can
it was gonna
connect
be
to the
laggy and stuff.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not playing precision games, so I couldn't tell you what it would be like if I tried to play MLB The Show or something that requires like a lot of precision. But if you're playing like cozy games, it seems to work perfectly fine. I'm gonna test it out because I am gonna play the Devil May Cry games on there, and I'll see how it works on there. But it is a
Yeah.
pretty good device.
Cause I would love to play with Mega Man. It's just like I said, my Wi-Fi situation on here is so shitty because they would have to like do construction because of the way the shit was designed. But you gotta get HOA involved and all this. I'm like, so they couldn't do nothing. I literally have to have cords for everything because my console gets like 400 down, which is plenty just to play Monster Hunter on Wi-Fi. But then it drops. It just fluctuates between 1 and 2 bars, so I can't even play on Wi-Fi. I have to have a cord. So yeah, I can be doing that. But yeah, Intergalactic, starring Tati, what's her name, Gonzalez?
From Uncharted, right? The movie?
Yeah. I know her from 100, but yeah, I seen Uncharted movie.
Tati and
it's something, never mind. She like
I'll say Tati Gonzalez.
yeah, she black and Asian. I forget her last name.
Tati Gabrielle.
Yeah, Tati Gabrielle, but yeah, Intergalactic, another woke game according to the internet because she's bald. I mean, I knew it was a Naughty Dog game because she was bald. I'm like, yeah, this is
they be doing shit. We know Naughty Dog be doing shit. I mean, realistically,
I'm excited for it because like even if I have problems with Last of Us 2, great gameplay and great characters in it, so I'm excited for
gameplay. Story, Wolf.
Yeah. All right. So you said what games are you excited for? Slay the Spire and
I'm excited for a lot of what you said, but the most, what really had me like was definitely Slay the Spire 2, Mafia, Old Country, and Onimusha, the new one.
Yes, Onimusha was
Ninja Gaiden. I mean, no, that was Xbox.
That was another one. Yeah, Onimusha was a big thing because like I thought it was gone. I was been replaying Dawn of Dreams on the emulator. You should play Dawn of Dreams for your channel. I think because it's the most. Because the problem with the old ones is like the camera issue.
Yeah.
It's like Resident Evil camera. I think 3 is okay with that. But you play 2 characters. They will never probably remaster 3 because they use a French actor and that's why they had issues. So that's why they never did ports of that. And I never beat that one because I got lost because you switch between time periods. I think like Samanosuke, he goes to the modern time, and I think his name is Jacques. He goes to the past. And they stuck there.
And Warlord was the last one I played.
Yeah, and
that's the one I remember the most for sure.
Yeah, in Dawn of Dreams, there's multiple characters at different times, but the main character's dude's name's Soki, and that's my favorite one. That one made me cry when I was little. I played that when I was in elementary, man. I think that is it. Okay. Oh yeah, Onimusha, Witcher 4. Just seeing my daughter Siri again, I'm like that put a smile on my face.
If you play 3, you know why she's on the game. Why she's
exactly
the main character.
But
they didn't play 3 though.
Yeah. It was like, well, it's not following the lore because this and that. I'm like, well, none of the games follow the lore because they're after the books. All this stuff from Witcher 1 is made up. So
they want to keep bringing up the lore. This is how we get the Dragon Ball situation where they tell the same story every time they do a game. They don't even try to do anything new.
Exactly. That's why I'd be so mad about the rant. But that's why I'd be so mad about anime games because like we used to get original stories for anime games back in the day. Now we get the same story. Like, bro, they making a Bleach game. It's another fighter. And they doing the story from like, cause Bleach is back doing the final arc, and they making a Bleach game for the final arc of the previous show. I'm like, y'all late. That show ended like years ago.
Right.
Like, why are you not doing the current arc? It's just stupid. All right, next week we go into our top games of 2024. As many as you got.
Is this the top games that released in 2024 or the top games we played in 2024?
The release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
I'll start first while you get ready. So my first game, this is number 10. Konitsugami Path of Goddess is made by Capcom. It actually got co-funded by Xbox. Capcom got money now, but like Phil Spencer said they helped fund it to make it more broader and more bold for like the gameplay elements and stuff. It's basically a tower defense game. You playing as I think his name's So. Her name is So or something like that. And you protecting the goddess who their villages was corrupted. So basically you go around. You can play with the character while you defend the goddess. You gotta cleanse this area on the path, and then you go around rescuing villagers. And you can turn villagers into certain classes, like an axeman. You unlock certain classes while you defeat bosses. A shaman that can heal. Archers. And you can upgrade these abilities. So you gotta choose what fits the situation, because it's like multiple classes. I got like 7 classes unlocked. I'm not done with the game, but like that's why it's at number 10. I'm like 70% done. And then you get equipment to put on, like, oh, this may increase the health or attack for villagers or something, or you speed up your cleansing of the corruption, all that type of stuff. And say like you upgrade archers all the way, now they can shoot 2 arrows at once. So you basically got 6 archers for 3. And then if you want to like, oh, I upgraded this archer all the way, but I want to put points into this other class, you could go into your you could go to the goddess and have her take away the points at any time, so you can switch it up for a boss. Even on yourself, like you got your character soul gets abilities too, like combos, or like because you give orders, because you during boss fights you got to give orders, like, oh, if you want to have your villagers defend or attack a main boss, you're gonna go back to defend the goddess. And then you get more orders on the you get upgrades for orders, you get upgrades on new abilities like perfect counters or something, or you get upgrades for archery, like you teleport to the locations on the map to get chests. It's not like a big game, like it's just zones, and most stages have like 2 zones, or if it's like a gimmick to the level, it's just 1 zone, and then you fight a boss on the next level. It's a really cool game. Like, it was like low, but I didn't think it got marketed well. It didn't sell well. It was on Game Pass. But
what was the name of it?
Kunitsugami Path of Goddess. But yeah, it's like a AA game Capcom made just because they got money now. And like I said, Xbox helped fund it. It's a cool game. I'm enjoying it.
Check that out.
Easy plat too. I'm playing the PS4 version, so I get a free one.
I like easy plat.
It's not hard at all. Yeah, you gotta use your brain a little bit, cause you gotta. There's objectives on each level. Like, oh, do this level without the guys getting hit. Do this level, killing a certain amount of enemies with the villagers. Or every boss is like a time trial. So you gotta figure out what classes go well against the boss, so you can defeat it fast. And that's basically it. Cause you will have to replay some levels, cause you gotta repair each village you cleanse. And like some of them might take 1 or 2 days, so you gotta do like 2 missions to pass the time. And then like you might not have the right kit for a level, so you gotta come back later to do the objectives, because there is a trophy for doing all the objectives. But yeah, it's a really cool game. So yeah, check that out, y'all. It's a sleeper.
I'm looking. A lot of these games are in my backlog.
Bro, same. That's why I was like, let me try to beat. That's why I was like, let's push the date, because I'm trying to beat some of these games. But like, Wukong took me a while because of stupid RNG and like, oh my god, like a couple of those bosses pissed me off.
That,
Yo,
Wukong
Nephew
is
was
one of the
talking
games.
shit, bro.
Huh? Oh yeah.
He was
Yeah.
talking shit about you and me. I was like,
Man,
he's like, I
he
took this
always do that.
long. I didn't take this long on this boss. I'm like, what's your playtime? He's like 60 something hours. I'm like, so you did? He was like, no, I did. I'm like, bro, your playtime not added up.
Man, I'm not impressed, man. He act like he just ran through you. You had to hide. Like I fought Erlang before I was supposed to. That's where 2.5 hours of my life was wasted. I was just in there. You know what I mean? It is what it is, though. Well, shit. Since I have so many things in my backlog, some of the games that I know would probably be in my top 10.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, Metaphor, a couple of them.
Yeah.
Like a Dragon might, but I didn't play it. I didn't get around to it.
Same.
So I'm not gonna do mine as an order. I'm gonna just go by like the games. Order would be tough.
How many do you
I
got?
could go in order.
If you don't have, you have 8. Okay, I'll come to you when I
I
get
have
to
8. Okay.
All right, I'll keep going until we get to number 8 then.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, same thing with me. If I had time to play these games, someone would have been here. Like you said, Metaphor, Final Fantasy. I barely made the cut, and I have 2 games I didn't put on here because like Life is Strange. I'm like I enjoyed it, but like I wouldn't, you know. Is that
I know that's not. I didn't get to Dragon's Dogma, and I'm not pressed to play it.
Yeah,
It's probably a great game.
And then you know, Suicide Squad. No way would I put that here.
I forgot that came out. That was last year.
Yeah. It don't seem like it, but yeah. Okay, number 9 for me is Rise of the Ronin. It is a
I did beat that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is the next game by Team Ninja. You know, they made Neo series. They made Ninja Gaiden. It's nowhere near as good as Neo. I was enjoying it.
Not even close.
Yeah. Oh, and they made that Final Fantasy game, Stranger in Paradise. I was enjoying Rise of Ronin. I'm like, okay, this is something. But then it just drags on. It's like, oh my god, this open world map. It's just too much shit. Devs, you gotta stop filling your map up with shit. If people want to explore, that's their prerogative. But you don't need to fill it up with shit. And then it's just like it just got boring. I'm like, all right, can we wrap this up? I was ready. When I was halfway through Act 2, I was ready to end it. Now it does have some cool side activities. The gun range, the gliding.
The gun range is fun. Gliding is fun.
The archery thing on a horseback archery.
That was the most fun. Was probably the side stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest, and like we both plotted that game, right? Like it. Yeah, man. Well, people are gonna say this. They're gonna say, "Oh, are you complaining about getting more for your money?" It's really like a juvenile response. Like hours wasted are hours wasted. If it's not quality hours that you're spending doing a hobby, then that could be better served doing another thing or playing another game. You know what I mean? Rise of the Ronin is a game that has no business being as long as it is. It's a solid game though.
Yeah.
If it was garbage, I wouldn't have played it for as long as I played it. However, it's one of those games where we play them and I'm like, yo, if they could have just condensed this down 30%, half, 50%, you all sometimes have really good games. Sometimes you can have amazing games, but just go on for too long. The Rise of the Ronin is just too long, bro.
Yeah, it's so many
solid
weapons. Though. Yeah, really solid. It has so many weapons you can choose from. It's sidearms like bows and guns, pistols, rifles, I believe. And then well, if you play Neo, you know what the combat is going to be like. And then you have partners you can team up with throughout history. Because a lot of these people, I think most of these people are real people. Because I looked at, I'm not going to spoil who died, but I looked at one of the people who died. He was wearing green. And I was like, oh, damn, they made this dude look handsome because he don't look like that at all in the picture.
Yeah.
But
I did like the it's like a training dojo. You can replay.
Oh yeah, the training dojo is good.
I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Cause you could get, it has this training dojo. Like anybody you fought previously, you can fight them in a dojo, and you can get their weapon. You can get new moves for your style. Cause each weapon has different styles to it, stances, like Neo. It's not like light, medium, heavy like Neo, but they have different
It
names.
should have been.
Yeah.
Rise of the Ronin is one of the games where it's like it wants to be more complex than it actually.
Yeah.
Like you don't need all that. Like
Right.
it's not doing anything for the game. You probably don't even use most of it because it doesn't really do it like a lot. But that's fine. It happens all the time. But it is a good game for sure. It's not a great game.
Right. And then like in all the side tips that you talked about doing, the better your score, whereas the dojo, the gun range, whatever, you get stuff like I said, you get new moves or you get skill points because you have skill trees. Some of those trees are stupid. The skill, I'm tired of devs making stupid abilities. I'm like, that should have been already in my kit to begin with. It's dumb. But yeah, it has stupid side activities like too many cats. Why am I doing this photography shit? Like, I don't care. But I like breaking into bases. Yeah, I like breaking into the bases. So, alright, I'm doing my number 8, then you can go. Alright, so my number 8 is Black Myth Wukong. We about to talk about this. I seen a lot of people, why didn't it win? It sold 8 million copies. Yeah.
This is an order?
Yes, this is an order.
Ooh, that's okay. I want to hear this.
Why didn't it win? It sold 20 million copies. I'm like, bro, that's a Call of Duty should win every year. If that's the case. Like, that's a dumb argument. It's the greatest action game ever. I'm like, it has good set pieces.
No, the fuck
I don't think it's the greatest action game.
It's not the best game that they've made. What?
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. That's the only game they made. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Yeah, they was gonna get you to comment.
I was thinking about Elden Ring DLC, bro. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Celebrate easily has better comment than Wukong. Wukong has cool abilities. Don't get me wrong. I love the spells. I love the transformations. So the positives, I like that the transformation is like a little get out of jail free card because it doesn't. Any damage you take in the transformation, it don't affect your regular form. But if you get hit, you're gonna lose transformation faster. Or you're using your energy in that form that you're gonna de-transform. And then I didn't use all the stances. I only used like 2 because they had different stances. I use the pole, and then I use the poke stance for like the dragon fight. But yeah, it has different combos. It has the deflection thing, and then it has the equipment is cool too because I give a compliment on this because a lot of games when they have equipment they have these stupid ass effects. Now there isn't much armor for them to fuck up effects, but you know some devs be doing that. It has cool effects too that it has your kit. On a one staff, each staff has a tree when you're crafting. And this one staff I had, I would get like electricity around it when I do a certain amount of hits, and then so I don't think every enemy was weak to an element, but like some enemies were, and I was just doing extra damage, so that helped. And yeah, I think just like not only to do you got transformations, you got like 9 different transformations that you equip. It got these certain enemies that when you beat them, you get their soul, and then you could transform it's like a mini transformation. You can transfer for like a second to do attack. I didn't try out a bunch. I used like 4 of them basically. I think I used this toad. I used this bat that was freezing, and I used I think this rock thing.
You might have cheated yourself because those I forgot what they're called, but they had stat increases. They had a thing that they did, each one of them. So like one of them filled up your chi meter fast. So you may have missed out on, unless you were actually paying attention. I didn't really know about that until like halfway through. If anybody's gonna play that, pay attention to it.
Right, yeah, you should. Because I used one that I would just equip it just to move around faster. Like when I was farming materials, I was like, but like I said, and so if you want to do that, you can match the spirits with the armor you equip because the spirits might have a special effect that goes with the armor's effects. So I think that was pretty cool. The boss fights I like most of the boss fights. Most of them. The But the negatives, the last area is ass. Oh my god, that area sucks. It's so fucking laggy. It's just this big open space. It's like, oh, I'm riding on the cloud. If you play Dragon Ball, basically the name is because Dragon Ball is based off the Journey to the West.
Yeah.
So you ride in the cloud, and I'm like, this area sucks. The game crashed on me like 4 times. It wasn't crazy.
Oh yeah.
But it was a different part.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that area is so fucking laggy. I hate it. I'm playing on a pro. It is still, they made a patch, bro. You still can't play on performance mode because it sucks. It's like it's one of the worst versions. You have to play in balance to get like the best input, and then it's just, oh, don't summon the shadow clones. That game run like Dynasty Warriors on PS2.
No, but see, when I say stuff, they say it's just me. It happens all the time. I'm like, oh, it's just me. But then I get on forums and all that, and I see other people having it. Sometimes the people will gaslight us and tell us, oh, it's just you. No, it's not. A game is one of the worst performing games it's the worst performing game I played of the whole year.
Mm-hmm. And
the gameplay is really good. I thought the game was game of the year until Astrobot came out, and I thought Astrobot had a chance to win. This is a phenomenal game, but it's not flawless, and it's most certainly, and I'll give them credit because it's their first game.
Mm-hmm.
But the creator of the game wrote his game of the
2 years.
He wrote his game of the year speech 2 years before the game came out because he just knew. Now look at you. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I think the gameplay is really good. People like it's just a more slower pace. Like I don't think it's a Souls-like because people say Stellar Blade is a Souls-like too. It's just a hard action game. Like we used to get hard action games before Souls games exist. We had a hard action game.
You know why they say that? Because when you save the game, everybody respawns. So anybody, Souls-like, that's an element of that. There's more to it than that. It's not. It doesn't have enough complexity. But as the game goes on, though, I'm gonna be honest. Some of them bosses, I'm like, this feels Soulsy as shit. For sure. Some of those bosses, it felt like, especially Yellow Wind Sage, that you can beat them without that mantle, but the game kind of wants you to use that to get past. Like, that's what I ran into on Elden Ring. There was like the one big dragon boss. I didn't know I needed to use a specific weapon. They're like, how do you not know? How the hell should I know? Shit.
Yeah, I only knew in Elden Ring because a lot of this, like, that's just like a staple of the Souls games. Like Demon Souls, you gotta use a gimmick weapon. Dark Souls 3 was a gimmick weapon. But yeah, Wukong, some of the areas is ugly. I mean, some of the effects, like, I'm not gonna, it's just a little nitpick. I'm like, bro, the water ugly as hell in this game. That water is ugly as hell. It's just some of the, like, if you don't pay attention, like the fields is ugly as hell, but like if you look in the distance, it has beautiful landscapes. It's a very pretty game. Like I said, shout out to them. I give this a game an 8.5 out of 10. And
that's extremely high.
Yeah.
8.5 is really high. People are delusional. They think great games are only 9s and 10s.
Right.
There's a lot of great 8s, and there's some good 6s, but people don't think that anymore.
Yeah, it is like there's 7s are good too. There's plenty of 7s I like. I even love.
100%.
And it's fine with that.
It was a great first showing. They showed a lot of potential, and I am 100% certain whatever games, just a sequel, whatever they do, is going to one up. It's just for this one, for sure, performance, inexcusable. I don't care what kind of the platform you have, pro, base game, whatever. The game should not run like that. PC, it should have ran better than it runs. Definitely when you call your summons out. And I have to say what I'm saying based off of when I played the game. I know there's been patches since then and stuff, but when I played it, there was no map. And the people, oh, why are you saying these a map? Because it's this the map, the chapters are huge. You constantly get turned around. Now you're on YouTube looking up how to get out of or get back into areas. Because, same thing I said on the first Star Wars game. Like, how do I get back to my ship now? Because it's like there's so much shit going on. And I'm playing the whole game with no map. And I'm doing 100% of the game. I fought every boss. I found every secret. Not on my own, because there's YouTube videos that show you how to find it. Because that's another thing that's really good. There's a lot of opportunity for discovery for the community, because some things were really well hidden like that damn rock wall down there with that big rat man.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that you would find that unless it was by accident, unless you were looking up. There's no way, because I guess when you're fighting, he's supposed to hit it and break it for you, but it didn't do it for me. Gameplay was solid, but like you're a monkey. People are probably not gonna like this, but I expected some type of platforming, not anything overly difficult or crazy, but I'm just like, I feel like there should be some type of platforming mechanics on here. Block button would have been gorgeous, but people, well, it doesn't need it. Whatever, y'all said Nintendo games don't need voice acting, but then you go watch Mario at the theater, whatever. The parry system is really not one. All you have is that rock move, but I would have liked just a straight up parry system.
Yeah, because you had perfect dodge and.
Yeah, I had input lag. Trying to drink my gourd the whole game. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, me too.
I don't care what anybody. Nobody's going to miss it.
Bro, I was screaming. I'm like, I know I clicked the button. I clicked this shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They had Go ahead, my fault.
Invisible walls, and then like. Yeah, solid gameplay. I think a couple bosses are, and I don't really complain about bosses really. A couple bosses are cheesy. The long niggas, they just spam when they so low, like 30%. They just spam the same one hit moves. I'm like, bro, that shit was unfair. Especially Yellow Long, he was pissing me off.
Yeah. I think I gave him 90 minutes of my life. I finally got him. I had to cheese him. With the first transformation you get stuns him when you hit him, and he won't really hit back. So I had to put that on, and I had to put on equipment that lets you get your transformation faster. Like that's the way you kind of have to play that game as you get further along. You have to start putting on stuff based off of what you have going on. Otherwise, it's just not gonna be a great experience. Like my homie was complaining about before the Yellow went Sage, he was complaining about like a boss that for me, I was like, he wasn't that bad. I said, if you're struggling with this dude, you might as well turn this off, bro. Once you get a Yellow long enough, and that last boss, one of the coolest bosses ever. Dude's an asshole, man. That dude took my beverage, man. He took my gourd and drank it. It didn't make it to the video. It definitely happened to me. I went to drink he took it, bro. Walked around me, out on me, like, and they cheat. And he's cheating. Like the wind mantle, he just kept jumping backwards out of it like range. I'm like, yo, this is cheese, bro. But phenomenal game.
Yeah, great game. But what I will say, the last thing to wrap it up is I think the story's whatever. And I'm a big advocate for like good writing and stuff. And again, this is the first game, so I still gave it 8.5. But that takes off a good amount of points for me. But the game was so good, I'm like, all right, I can't take off too much. And so I'm excited to see what they do, because I heard so many tales of Journey to the West, and I guess it's like after that, because if you play the game, then you know what happened. I don't know, but yeah, I wasn't feeling the story. I'm like, I'm playing the game. I'm basically playing the game just for the action. I'm like, I'd rather play something else if I'm just playing for the gameplay. I was looking for a good story from Wukong.
I had to watch a YouTube video to understand the story. To be honest with you, I didn't really know what's going on, but it's not something that's a part of like my culture, so I guess that's to be expected. So I didn't complain. No, I don't know what's going on. I just watched the video.
Yeah,
I will tell people if you don't like, because it's a boss rush game.
Yeah, it basically is a boss rush game.
Yeah, you can't really walk more than 50 feet like without running into a boss. I'm just letting you know, if you don't like that, then you won't like this. But if you do, you'll love it. But even though it's supposed to be linear, this is the most open world feeling linear game you'll ever play, bro. Especially once you get to chapter 4.
Chapter 3 and 4 is long as shit.
4 is crazy, bro. That's what the poisonous stuff, the spiders. Is that 4 or 3?
That's 4. I think that's 3.
4 is with the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
3 inch.
Fuck, I don't remember, bro.
Either way, it's either or, right?
Yeah, but those 2 are the longest chapters for real. Because it's phenomenal, it's like sport. But yeah, if you don't like that. Oh, last thing, it's really generous. if a boss had multiple phases, if you die on a phase, you don't have to start all the way over. You start from that phase, so that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 8?
Well, we talked about Rise of the Ronin, so that was my 8. Here, this is gonna be a surprise.
Okay.
I have to do this based off what I played though, and it had to be from last year because I played games that came out in 2023.
I play games from all over. I played Sekiro, Evil Within, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I was playing. We talked about Dave the Diver. I love that game, but that came out 2023. Surprisingly, College Football 25, man.
Okay, yeah, I heard good things about it.
Like
My homie like that.
It's not flawless. You know what I mean? Obviously. But for me, it might be a little higher. I might give it more praise than it maybe is due. And that comes from the fact that literally I had not bought a Madden game since 2017. Madden 18 was the last Madden I bought. Very few times where I say I'm not buying a game and I really just stick to it. Madden was it. I did not buy a Madden game. I did not play a Madden game for like 6 or 7 years. Maybe I might have downloaded it on Origins and did played like a quarter or two with Ricky and them, but I did not buy it. That was my first football game, and I really loved the old college game. This game was super fun. They got the whole college football environment down. The presentation was way better than Madden. The whole vibe. Road to Glory though needs a lot of work for sure. That's the first mode I played. There's a lot about that mode that they could have did better. I mean, for example, every time you call a play, well, the coach calls a play, you get one play. You might not like the play, so you ask for a play change. They give you the same 2 plays, I swear to God, for the entire game. So you're guaranteed to have the same exact plays. That can't happen. The coach trust system is garbage, but like there's something about just being able to have your character and build them up that's super fun. You can transform the Madden if you want. I'm actually going to start the Dynasty mode because I hear really good things about the Dynasty mode. Because for me, 2K, Madden, MLB, all these sports games, when I was a kid, I used to play franchise mode. You know what I mean? And I got away from that because I started playing online. But online, I don't like the way people play games online these days, bro. Everybody takes the shortest path to resistance. Like people are really not good at the game. What they do is they just find out what the most BS thing they use is, and then everybody just uses it. And what happens is like, you can't just get on and fool around and use like silly weapons in COD or bad teams on certain games because everybody's trying so hard. You don't even have an opportunity to learn. Like what's going to happen? It's going to happen in Marvel Rivals. We're going to have these poor guys in like 8 or 9 months when everybody knows how to play the game. They're going to start to play and they're going to want to use new characters, but they're not going to be able to because everybody in the lobbies really playing their asses off. Call of Duty, you're forced to use certain guns and all that. So with all that being said, franchise mode just gives me opportunity to have a little bit of a challenge, but it's really not that serious. So I really enjoy college football. But that's what happens when the game's gone for 10 years and then it comes out. It could be extremely flawed. I won't really know if the game is actually good until we see what they do with the next one. It's probably going to be a little cash grab again, but I do think it was solid. It wasn't like the greatest thing ever, but it sold well and I had a lot of fun. And if you look, a lot of the Mad community plays college instead.
Yeah, like all my friends are like super like Madden heads. They're like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a $70 game for everybody. To be honest, it is good. It's good.
All right, my number 7 is Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. This came out.
Yeah, that's on my list.
At the start of the year, basically. It's another game. I forget who's by. I think it's
Don't Nod.
Yeah, Don't Nod. They made the first Life is Strange, right?
They got a new game coming out next month that they hit me up about.
Okay. If you guys don't know, they made Life is Strange. They made Vampire. They made that game that Capcom published called Remember Me back in the day on 360 PS3.
That was them.
Yeah.
It was them. I really liked that. I did a walkthrough one.
Yeah, I liked it too. I went back a few years ago to get the plat. Yeah, it's basically you play as a banisher. They basically go around banishing ghosts, or because there's different ways you can do it. If they're haunting someone, you can find out why they're haunting someone and send them off like the right way, or if they're did something evil, you could send them to purgatory, the spirit, or if it in turn, but it's not spoilers in the trailer. Your partner, your wife, she dies on your mission, and so you're tasked to just clean up the evil spirit that took her out, or and like send her home after that, send her away, or you could absorb spirits from the living if you deem them unworthy of, like, oh, they killed someone unjustly, so you could, like, instead of banishing the spirit, you could just take the spirit, the energy from the humans, and then like give it to your partner, and it's making her stronger. So it's choices in the game. So yeah, it's got these stories, these quests that you can do to determine what you want to do. I'm gonna keep it real. Some of those things are hard to do. I'm like, man, I don't want to give my partner these spirits, because I'm like, I'm hoeing an innocent person, but like, if you want the platinum, you gotta do both endings anyway. So, it's, you don't have to do, for my trophy hunters, you don't have to do 2 playthroughs. It's really like 1.5, because you got, as long as you don't fuck up and banish too many people, or murder an innocent person along the way, you can hold off until a certain point and save, and then start doing the quest later, because all the quests you can do before you go to the final area. It's combat is not the best thing. Like, if you play Vampire, it's kind of still stiff, but like they working on a budget. But the story is amazing. I like the quests that you do. It is it is open world. It got fast travel though, so it'll help you out. It has really good quests. Like I said, the boss fights are cool, and then you go into like the spirit world at one point, and you gotta go to certain points to like summon the spirit to, I think they could say hearken it, and you gotta banish it there, because certain spirits are like linger on this one spot, and you gotta like use the right spell to summon them, and then you fight them. You fight in like human form, and then you can switch to your partner. I think her name, I forgot her name, Antea or something like that. You gotta switch to her, and she's fighting their spirit form on certain enemies, because you can't really damage them, and then she has her own unique abilities. So I think it's a pretty fun game. And then I learned, this is a small spoiler, I learned in the game this is a document that connects Vampire to the same world. I was like, oh, that's cool that they tied that in. Yeah, I think it was a really slept on game, but people saw a black chick and they called it woke. Now, I'm not saying it's the best game ever, but like, if you're looking for a good story, I think you should check this out. And like I said, the quest design is really good. It has some really, even like the side quests are good. Figuring out like who did what, or like if the ghost is evil or like the human. But yeah, I'm excited for the next game. All right, what's your number 6?
So their new game is another story based. At least that's what it looks like.
Oh, it is.
With the teens. It's called there's a trailer. A Bloom and Raid.
A Bloom and Raid.
Bloom and Raid. Yeah, Bloom and Raid. There's a trailer for it. It just looks interesting. That's one of those things where like you play, or you're looking forward to a game because of the resume of the studio, less so than how the game looks. Once you establish yourself enough, then people will do that. Okay. Where are we on, 6th?
Yeah.
I want to go. It's gonna be interesting. Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Never in a million years would this be on my list if I played the other 5 games that I wanted to play last year, but I didn't. Indiana Jones is good. It's solid. Now the 9s and 10s, I was just like, I don't know about all of that. Getting extra. Now, does it What it does well is it definitely is a really great interpretation of what an Indiana Jones movie is supposed to be.
Okay, that's good.
However, in terms of action, it could have had more action in it. No, I'm not asking for Uncharted or anything like that. Although Uncharted and Tomb Raider are loosely based on Indiana Jones, but they could have had more action. And that's one of those things that we talked about, like where there's too many mechanics in the game that the devs are trying to get right, and there's just some stuff like, and if you and we I know first of all everybody knows third person would have been much better, much better. Does a machine games make third person games? I don't think they do. Have they?
No.
Wolfenstein's off. Okay. Have you seen what Indiana Jones looked like third person, bro?
I was in third person now.
There's a video you can look at on
like
YouTube.
when you like whipping across or
It
like
looks really bad.
yeah.
I learned something from that. First person hides flaws in people's gameplay mechanics, because if you look at that in third person, like when he walks backwards, he like the way it's just really weird looking if it's in third person. Now that's not to say that they shouldn't have just targeted third person and really brung out the best version of it. The game would have greatly benefited from a third person. Combat is pretty plain. You know, the whip. There's a lot to be desired for I won't even go there. My worst thing about the game, it's a pain in the ass going for all the achievement. Once it comes out for PlayStation, for people that's getting on PlayStation, or if you're gonna get it on Game Pass, whatever, I'm telling you right now, if you're going for all achievements, you've been warned. You have to revisit some areas after you finish the chapter. Re-entering some of those tombs, you're gonna have to go on Google to figure out how you get out of them. I hate that shit. It happened multiple times, bro, because they want you to find all the relics. You need all the relics for the special ending and all that stuff. But the puzzles are good if you're into that sort of thing. I don't mind puzzles. So if you hate puzzles, there's lots of them on there. Troy Baker, man, you couldn't tell me that wasn't Indiana Jones for real. It sounds exactly like him. Overall, solid game, good game. I do think they did a good job. I just the nines, seeing all those nines and all that stuff. I don't know where the nines and tens were coming from, because it's not that crazy of a game. The gun mechanics are pretty shit too, by the way. I don't even think you aim down the sights. It is funny whipping people, but it's not smooth. It's not that using the whip's not smooth. It might be smooth on keyboard and mouse. The controller though, it felt like it was a little delayed. And then one of the last chapters when you have to ride around in a boat and make stops everywhere. I don't know how some people are going to feel about that, but it is kind of cool though the way there's a lot of skills on there. Like so when you stealth kill people or stealth take them down, you can just basically pick up anything you see, books, shoes,
yeah,
whatever, and hit people with it. But you get a skill later where you can just use your fist. There's like 70 skill books just scattered all around the map. You'll have fun looking for those. Get them, and then you'll be able to do different stuff. Solid game though, for sure.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question. Did you ever figure out? Because I know you was trying to, I guess, grab somebody by the feet in your walkthrough. Were you doing that wrong, or was like that was one of the errors you, like the word?
I was trying to hit him in the head.
Oh, okay.
The whip, or no, I was trying to take him down because it says you can use your whip to knock people out, but you have to hit them in the head with it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't take anybody down by the feet, bro. It wasn't really worth it. To be honest with you, fighting on there's ass.
Oh yeah, it looks like it. I'm not playing it. Like I would have gave it a try if it was third person. Now you said you beat the whole game. I see a lot of people saying like, oh, after playing it, I don't see how you would want this third person. I'm like, bro, I just don't like playing first person.
They're bugging. See, no, it's Indiana Jones. Like when there's that much adventure and stuff, I can't think of another game that's really action adventure based that's first person. I'm sure they exist, but I don't know that I could give you a whole bunch of those versus the third person. Like it's no different than Avatar being first person. That was a horrible idea. But the funny thing is, when you play Indiana Jones, you climb up a ladder or you swing across using your whip to turn the camera third person. It should have been first. Or give us the option.
Right. Like about giving us the option, because I wouldn't have played the game if it was first person only. Cyberpunk I only played because CD Projekt Red just like made me fall in love with them, Witcher 2 and 3. And
I've been third person.
Yeah, still to this day, Cyberpunk should have been third person. I don't care what nobody say. Like, I don't want to play first person. Why you make me customize my character if it's not third person? Alright, real quick. This one gonna be quick because number 6 is Persona 3 Reload. This is a remake of 3. Like I said, I played on Game Pass. I have the game now, but I did it before because, like I said, it was on PS4. And I'm like, I'm not paying $70 if it's on PS4 too. You should have gave me a free upgrade if I bought the PS4 version. But it's solid. So Persona 3 is the first Persona game I played, and I played the OG. Solid. It looks really beautiful. They added quality of life things like because in the OG you couldn't control your party members. They would just, if you had a member that like the enemy is immune to a certain element or might reflect it, too bad your AI will still do that shit. Even though they just learned that they can't do that, they'll still do the dumb shit. And yeah, it was bad on the OG, but later on, because it's like, this is the fourth Persona 3, because they made like a better version to fix that, and then they added like a post-game content type thing, an expansion to the story. And then they made a PSP version where you could play as a boy or a girl protagonist, but they took out the cutscenes. They made it more like a visual novel type thing, how you move around. But yeah, with this one, they added baton pass on Persona 5, because that's a Persona 5 mechanic. So they have that in 3. That's really helped. They gave them like Royal, they brought over the Royal thing too, where they have certain finishers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fill the meter, you can do a finisher. They brought that over. And I'm trying to remember. In 5, it was just like tag team finishers, right? They didn't have solo ones. I forget.
I don't think they had. No, it was tag team.
Okay, so in 3, they have solo ones. Each party member have their own, and then the protagonist, depending on what personas you fuse, he'll get personas like there's one where you use the Jack brothers, the Frost brothers, and then there's one with King Frost, and then there's another one. So depending on what personas you have, you don't have to have them in your party, you just have to have made them at one point. He'll get more of the different finishers. They do certain different attacks. Like there's one that heals your team by 50% and puts evasion on everybody. It's different stuff. And then they remix the tracks. Like Persona 3 soundtrack is banger. Persona tracks are always good. They added more events for your social links, and I think for the most part, like, they're all voiced. Even the scenes that wasn't voiced on the PS2, they voiced those, and then the new scenes they voiced them. So like that was pretty cool. What else? Yeah, I think they added new events. Everything else is pretty much the same. Oh, what they took out, which I don't agree them taking out, because Persona 3 had this effect where if you're in the Mementos type zone that's in P5 too long, your party will start getting sick. So you gotta know when to swap out your party members. And if they stay too long, then you won't be able to bring them out like the next night you go out, because they gotta recover. And even you could get sick, so you gotta know when to dip. So you don't want to be in there too long. I don't like that they took that out, because I feel like I always have a problem with RPGs where you get a bunch of party members and then like you get your favorites, but then it's like, why am I going to use this person if there's no point with their moves or something? I feel like you had to use the other party members depending on the situation, or maybe like, okay, I know I need this party member for a boss, but I should save them for the grinding session because I don't want them getting risk of them getting sick. And I feel
Right.
like it's too easy now with that taken out because it's like 8-9 party members in this game. And like I said, when you play it, the momental thing in here is boring because it's like the main dungeon. Like when you fight bosses, you go to an area in the real world, but it's not like Persona 5 Palace thing. You just go there and fight the boss. They have a different area in the city, but you don't do no fighting in there besides the boss. But you go to this big dungeon momental type thing to fight enemies, to grind levels, and then eventually to the big baddie like in Mementos and 5. But the story's still fire. I love the characters. I also don't like that they changed the actors. I don't know why Japan feels like they need to change the actors for a remake when they still sound the same. One actor I kind of get because there's a whole controversy with him. But the other people, I don't know why they changed them up. It sounds like everybody is doing imitations of the original voices because they sound identical. But I'm like, bro, I feel like you're just trying to do this voice versus being the original voice. But yeah, it's a really solid remake. I enjoy it. If you like Persona, pick it up because I know a lot of y'all's first Persona is 5. This is my favorite. Now, it has the weakest dungeons, of course, because you're used to the palace, and you're probably not going to like it that much in that aspect for the level design. But this is my favorite cast of characters. This is my favorite story. This ending made me cry when I beat it long ago.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, that's it. Solid. Set number 6 for me.
I'm going to go with the Tekken 8 story. I don't play online. I have no business playing fighting games online. I will never play fighting games for anybody. I'm gonna establish that now. But that story mode was pretty fun. I mean, I ain't really much to say about it. You know what I mean? You do the stories, the fights. It was a good level of difficulty. Sometimes you want a little challenge. Sometimes you want a mixed bag. You don't want necessarily a game for it to be grueling the whole time. But you also don't want to run through all the enemies on the game, so you kind of get a mixed bag. So they did a good job with that on there. I mean, that's kind of it. I don't really have much else to say about Tekken.
All right,
you got me a couple times though.
Oh yeah, I remember. Next, Stellar Blade. This is by a studio. This not their first game, but they make mobile games. If you've seen that ad for like the girls with the jiggle physics shooting guns, Nikkei I think it's called. They do that. But this is the first like AAA game, and they basically just copied. They plagiarized Nier Automata. Basically, it's basically just Nier Automata, like same premise. Oh, we're coming to Earth to stop these things. We're fighting to save humanity type thing. With a tiny twist. Because I would say
3 endings.
Yeah, 3 endings. Yeah, it has less endings than Nier. I feel like Eve is more human than what's her name? B2 was? That's her name?
Mm-hmm. They have a collab, right?
Yeah, they have a DLC collab out right now where you get her outfit. This is like side quest. But you had to get to a certain part. And I beat the game twice. I was like, I'm not getting to the desert part just to go get a costume. Great music. Fantastic music.
Wonderful music. I downloaded that whole soundtrack just to have it.
Yeah, fire soundtrack. Great combat. I really like great customization too, not just on the costumes. If you into the skimpy outfits, they got that, but she actually has some cool outfits, like not even skimpy, like just normal outfits too for people who don't want that. It's a lot of outfits you could do. You gotta craft this, some you unlock just by exploring, opening chests. The combat's really good. It got nice skill trees. It got parries. It got perfect dodging. It got like these, I forget what they called, but I think they're called gears. You could get up to 4 slots that like add special effects to you, and then it has these other things like I don't know what they call it. I just call them main gears. But like my build was so broken, bro, because it was burst energy. That's a red one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That you build by dodging and stuff, and then it had the the beta energy. My build was so broken because I recover beta energy so fast, and then sometimes if I do a certain number of attacks, it would just give me full blue, and I have infinite. And I basically just run on energy, so I would constantly just do a combo. Like my whole combo was, you know the beta move where she throw a bunch of energy slashes, energy beams at him.
I forgot. I hadn't played that in so long. I played it. Did I play that 3 times? Might have played it twice.
Yeah, I would do a beta attack and then like do the dash in regular attack to do a combos, get it back, and then as soon as they get up, and now I would do the thrust energy attack. But it has so many different moves. I was like bullying the bosses, and then if they get up, I would do an item. It has items too. Like I would do the stun grenade, and some of those bosses are bullshit. I don't know how one of the bosses in one of the ending, the robot boss, it was harder than the main boss. It didn't make no sense.
Yep.
Yeah, it's another beautiful game, but in some areas it's just barren. Again, it's another whatever story like Wukong. It's nothing crazy, but yeah, you're here for the gameplay, and for you horny people out there, for the sex appeal. They said they wanted to do a franchise for this, so we gonna see what they do. It's so
good.
Yeah, it's so like
good enough for one.
1 point something million. So shout out to them, and that's good for them. Cause they in Korea, so like that's a lot for them, and that's pretty good for the first game in general. But yeah, I'm not mad at
I
it.
thought it was solid. It was one of those things where you have to pre-plan plats for some games, or you're going to be pissed, bro.
Yeah.
What did not like? One save slot that's auto save. These games have to stop this. They have to stop doing it. I don't know what the reason for that is. Wukong, same thing. One slot auto save. Now you're forcing everybody to do cloud saves and all that stuff. But if you miss a cloud save, now you have to replay the whole game for a plat. That's basically what happened to me. I didn't cloud save right before I went down to talk to the dude, and then it gives you one of the last 2 bosses, and I ended up having to replay the whole game. I was incensed, bro. And was it Eidos 8, Eidos 7? One of them last ones is optional. Whack. It's like you slide on the highways everywhere to get play. Shit. It was garbage, bro, and I couldn't even figure out how to leave again.
Oh, yeah. I was lost too.
Again, bro. I hated that shit. And then you had to go there because you had to find all the the soda, well, not the all the save little
the camps, yeah.
Yeah, I had to find all the camps. So I needed one more camp, but couldn't find it. Went on Reddit, found out there was one in that district you had to find that's kind of not obvious. It was just a pain in the ass. But fishing, fuck fishing, dude. You gotta try to make. Oh my god, the fish one fish I need. You know how it is when you looking for, you can't find it, but when you not, it's everywhere.
All right.
So yeah, if you're gonna do the fishing mini game, just cheat. Turn on the accessibility, all that. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, you turn that right off.
We're not, because there's no skill in that. That's just you pushing buttons and hoping you get what you get. But the game is fun. I really like the combat. The different guns were cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the guns. Yep.
Didn't really care much for finding all the soda cans for that weak ass outfit.
That's what I'm talking about. Another stupid They don't put in dumb collectibles. It's okay not to have collectibles. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it was.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm just saying it was good. That was actually my next one.
Okay. So one last thing. One of my complaints is, bro, the traversal, like hanging off cliffs, it's so slow. Swinging, like it's so stiff. Like why? I'm like, is this for the horny motherfuckers out there? Like I'm trying to move along. Like hurry up.
Yep.
But that shit was okay. That was your number 4.
4? Yeah.
Okay, my number 4 is Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. Solid game. Again, it's not that crazy. This was using a woke, we fighting back against the woke shit, like manly stuff. But then I saw somebody complaining, like, why is there a woman commander, blah blah blah. It was so stupid. Great co-op play this co-op. I think you should. Don't play it solo. I mean, you can, but I heard people. One part was annoying. Solo, but I played with the homie. It was a great time. And it has multiplayer. Multiplayer it's fine. It's tolerable. I played it because you got to do multiplayer for the trophies anyway. But it has like 3 game modes: team deathmatch, domination, and something. And then the thing about multiplayer mode, you have different classes, like a sniper, vanguard, whatever. So they have different weapons and stuff and abilities. And bro, I forgot what class I was using. I was cooking niggas. I was like, man, I'm doing my part. So, because you gotta win like certain matches of each game mode. I was losing, but yeah, I think you'll have fun a little bit in the multiplayer. The story is real cool. It has these crazy set pieces, and you gonna just have fun killing up hordes of enemies. It is crazy. It's like it's just fun time bashing a bunch of bugs or whatever humans. And the finishers are like gruesome. It has a parry mechanic, and then if you parry on time, you do this quick shot thing that like does a critical shot. You'll get a red marker, a reticle on an enemy that you parry correctly, and then you get a critical shot on them. And then it has these on top of that. Throughout the campaign, you'll command some troops to go to a certain area to help you out in the story. And then once you beat the game, you can do those missions. It's like this side thing, and you can see their perspective. And then that's another mode you could do where you choose the class that you want. You can customize your armor. You got all this. The customization is amazing. You can choose all different kind of colors, decals on the armor and stuff. And you do these modes, and you set the difficulty higher because you gotta reach a certain level for the plat on this mode too. And these missions are intense. You gotta strategize like crazy. At some points, I was just telling like the round I was playing with, like, bro, just run to the next objective, because we wasting too much of our ammunition or grenades, whatever, or potions to like get past this part. But at certain points, you gotta hold down the choke point. It's very intense. I think y'all love this. Anybody who haven't played this game, you'll have a great time with it. All right, what's your number 3?
3, Silent Hill 2, actually.
Okay.
I don't even know why. Like it's good, but like with it got high. It got rated higher on my list because of the last like 2 chapters, probably. Once you get to the jail.
Oh my god.
And then what's after the jail? You go into the house, the different, you had to turn the cube
labyrinth.
The labyrinth, and then the hotel was cool. That whole section, they had a really strong finish for me. And I'm purely talking about gameplay. Like the story, I mean, come on. The voice acting, I don't know again if that's how they're told, if that's the direction that the writers want them to go, or that's just what the performance is. There's no emotion of like any character on there except for like 2 people. I don't even know what's going on. Like people are okay and they're just weirdos. The dude Eddie, what is his problem? Like,
I can explain a little bit.
Okay, please, because I'm like, why are these people like normal and then they just start spazzing out? Like,
okay, so Silent Hill is this whole long ago rituals happen, and they open up some negative energy that fucked the place up long ago. But basically, Silent Hill it finds people who has like this darkness in them or like mental issues, and it uses that and it calls them to the town. So I don't know if you noticed, I think if you see the fog, you already in there. But or no, even before that, the letter that was Silent Hill. The letter he got saying that, oh, she's alive, that was Silent Hill the whole time. That wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that wasn't. Okay. That was fake. That was made up. And basically, each person see their own thing. That's why at the end where James saw the fire with
right.
Homegirl
the
name,
girl.
that's what she's seeing. She's like, yeah, I see this all the time. They see different things, and that's why she don't see those monsters, because those monsters that James is seeing that's all had to do with him. Like, you know, the thing that spits at you,
Yeah.
that's his wife because she's sick with an illness. He's seen these
Okay.
different versions. The nurse,
Okay.
those are the nurses taking care of him. Another monster, I forget, it's called something lips. The weird thing. That was
it
when
the climbing thing or the
Yeah.
door?
that was like
Okay.
basically what he imagined his wife like when she was like yelling at him when she was sick. That's what he imagined her like.
They explain all this, or is this in those letters that you pick up? Because I don't really
This
read
is
them.
like the letters and stuff, and then like yeah, you just gotta like a lot of the stuff I didn't catch up on. Like half the stuff I did, like if you know the girl got abused.
Yeah. Then you
And
fight
so-
you fight her dad or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if you knows what that thing was. It was a bed frame. It was her dad on top of her.
Oh, that's why I look like that. I thought it was a door.
Yeah, it's really
Okay.
fucked up. So yeah,
Okay.
and then Mary, right? That's his wife, and then
Right.
Maria. That was Silent Hill trying to distract them from the truth.
Yeah, I realized that once I got to the end.
Yeah.
So what was Eddie's thing? What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I had to look that up. But
He was eating melted ice cream and
Yeah. Yeah. that he was probably weirdo, but way before then.
I really enjoyed the game. They got the environment down. Like you know, a lot of games really rely on cheap jump scares to get praise from fans, because they're lacking in other areas. Silent Hill doesn't really have to do that. They do have a few of them, but it's not a whole lot of them. But they do kind of keep you on the edge in certain sections because of the environment. They did a great job with that. What I don't like, and it's not just a Silent Hill thing, I don't know what it is, but like even Resident Evil, I just why does everybody move and run so goddamn slow?
Right.
Even on an old Metal Gear game, like I'm like, why? What is this? Silent Hill will have you walk 5 minutes down the goddamn street just for you to get all the way to the end of it, and then realize you can't go anywhere now. It's blocked, or there's not a thing there,
That
and then you have to walk all the way back. Yeah, like you know those kind of things. But I was really well balanced. I always like how it's like organized chaos with the level designs. So you might seem like, damn, I'm not getting anywhere. But then as you play and keep going through the levels, it always comes back to like the center. And then eventually, like with a little bit of time, you figure out exactly where stuff is. I'm sure people probably would have wanted a HUD. It would have been better, but I don't think the game necessarily needs it. But I don't think it would be bad if it had one. Overall, I mean, that's a remake. That's a remake. Dead Space is a remake. The old Ratchet and Clank is a good remake. There's a bunch of good remakes, but in the grand scheme, there's more remasters than remakes. That was really good, though. So solid game.
And I don't know if you know the Pyramid Head thing. They was trying to push him to the truth. They wanted him to accept what he did. And I don't know if you caught, like, you know, when you got scared and it grabbed him when he opened the door and it threw him. It was throwing him to where he needed to go. Like, and that's why it killed Maria. It was like, you need to realize, like, this is not who it is. And Silent Hill made her up to distract them, and then that's why they killed themselves.
At the end.
Yeah, because they're like, all right, you finally acknowledge.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Because I was just like, why would they do that? Like, okay.
Yeah, it's a really cool story. I saw the ending you got, so you got the spoilers, y'all. You got the suicide ending. Yeah.
In the car, he killed himself.
He drove into the lake.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
I didn't think he actually went in there though.
Yeah, I got the ending. Like I said, the endings have like an RNG system. So I guess I did something. Maybe she got grabbed too much, so I didn't get the ending I wanted. So like I had to play it a third time. I'm like, I'm not doing that because you can cheese the endings. Yeah, you can cheese the endings and do it. The 6 endings and do it in 2. But like I fucked up somehow. But I got the ending. I kept getting the ending with the. I went away with the little girl.
Smashed my fingers in the door. He stepped on his finger. I was cracking up.
Yeah.
That's my man's fingers, and then threw me into a boss room and left me to die.
Yeah. Oh my god, that little girl's fucking cunt. Number 3 for me is Astrobot. I really like the. What is it? It came with the PS5, the regular thing.
Astro's Playroom.
Yeah. Okay. So I was like, we got a taste of that, and they just expanded upon. Now they did this like 3 times because it was in the VR thing. It just added upon it and enhanced it because I think one level people was talking about, well, it's the same boss fight, but they just improved it from like the original game. But they made it longer. Than what they did here is they added like legacy characters of PlayStation. They get their own levels, and then you just have a fun time collecting the bots and figure like who's there. Like I don't know everybody from the bots, but I knew a lot of them. But it was fun trying to figure it out. What I think they went wrong was they should have had like a museum where you could like get a history lesson on these bots so people can learn about them. I think that was
That's a great idea. I think it would have been copyright infringement on some of them though.
Yeah, probably.
They couldn't say the name, especially like you have Crash Bandicoot on here. Y'all like this is Xbox now. I don't know if they could have put Crash Bandicoot, but they could have put descriptions though without putting the names for sure.
Yeah, cause like that little baby's description you got, I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, the levels are super unique, and then they got different powers for some of the levels. The powers eventually end up repeating, but like they got cool, unique mechanics for each thing. I thought that was cool, and they have like, oh, you think this level easy? Well, we gonna give you these little challenge
void levels.
Yeah, the void levels. And then if you for the trophy hunters, oh my god, that last level, I was stuck on that level for like an hour. I was like, oh, that shit.
Man.
That shit was annoying me.
Man, that's one of those games where you'll see people saying, "Oh, this is easy." It's like you obviously haven't seen or played the void levels because you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can skip the void levels and still have enough of your little guys to beat the game. But I'm not sure. You really don't have to. Like them levels, that get you. They don't like for the most part, the rest of the game is pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty fun too. You'll have fun finding stuff. Some of the things are really well hidden too, like some of the collectibles. And you'll go and you're like, damn, I look right at this thing and didn't see it. I really didn't have too many complaints about the game. Like it was just super chill. Like that's how I grew up playing games.
Yeah.
So that just was a reminder of what it was like when I started gaming. And I really had fun just finding all the bots. And that the last final boss section with the ship and everything was just super fun. The PlayStation little sound played, and it was like, you know what I mean? There's just like that was all PlayStation's history just rolled up into a game that you could play with friends or like kids in the house, whatever. Like super chill, wasn't too long. A lot of people want long video games for every game now. Not me.
Yeah.
Like that was just dope. That's an amazing game, man. I don't know how they're gonna be able to do better than that, though, to be honest.
Yeah, last thing I gotta say, and they keep supporting it. They release time trial levels. They got extra trophies, extra bots that you could test your speed with your friends. You don't have to get nothing crazy to get both of the bots. You just gotta get a certain, like maybe like 10 seconds off the standard thing to get both bots. It's like 4 or 5 levels of time trial. Then they added a Christmas level where it's like it's not even time trial. It's just this new Christmas level where there's bots everywhere. It was super cool.
Yeah.
So,
those you mentioned. I just want to say this real. You mentioned the special levels, what I call them, because it'd be a spoiler, honestly. If we were to give specific, they do have levels that are themed after games that you love, and the entire level is like that mixed with Astro, and they just did a phenomenal job with the music, and you turn into the character from that, and all. It's cool. This is fire.
Right. All right. What's your number 3?
That was so we just did 3, right? Then we're on 2.
Oh yeah, you're 2.
Okay. Well, 2 was Black Myth for me. We don't need to go through everything. Number 2 is Black Myth, and then number 1's Astrobot. So I think my list is actually over.
Okay, my number 2 is Silent Hill. We talked about that. So my final one, number 1 is Marvel Rivals. Like, bro, I have 70 hours in this game.
Oh man, I just started, bro. Woo!
They got something.
Overwatch. Y'all done.
Yeah, bro.
There's no coming back from that. They took everything Overwatch did wrong and fixed it, and everything Overwatch did right and kept the shit.
Yeah, I am hooked. I was hooked to me because I played the beta. My friend got me a code, and he just and he played Overwatch till this game came out. He was still playing Overwatch. He like, oh man, Overwatch is done. And he play on PC, so he be playing crossplay because that's a beauty thing. It's crossplay with the Xbox, PC, PlayStation. It's just not crossplay on competitive. And oh, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna tell you about these other. They go crazy with these game modes that they added, bro. But the characters is a large roster, and they supporting already. They already released 2 new characters since it launched. They removed Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, so you gotta try them out. But yeah, you got 3 roles: Vanguard, which is tank, Duelist, which is DPS, and you got Strategists, which are healers. And it's 6v6, and it has 3 modes: Convoy, Capture, and I forget what the other one is. Convergence or something. And they got all these characters that you may like. Now I got mains for each role, so I'm good to go. Because you know a lot of people like to jump to DPS. There are characters I suck with, like I suck with Black Panther. It was a bitch trying to get his trophy because each character have a trophy. It was so annoying. But my mains. Who would you play with, by the way, when you play?
I've only played the game twice. Now I was playing with people who play all the time, and it's like, well, since you coming from COD, it's like, yo, Punisher will be closer to COD, and they said that it's probably easier for me to learn the pace of the game and my positioning. So I was like, I just been playing. I only have like maybe 2 or 3 hours played or something like that. I just played it the other day for a few games, but it was phenomenal. Like, of course, I kept running into Spider-Man, Iron Man, and that dude was running down me with that Iron Fist, dude.
Okay. Yeah, there's the beauty of it. There's counters for like everybody. Like Wolverine's a tank shredder, but he could get countered by like characters who can mobilize. And like if he come to Mantis, I could put him to sleep. Mantis is one of my mains for strategists. If he come up to me as Penny Parker, who's my main for Vanguard, I could snare him in webs and fuck him up. And then yeah, so many things. It helps you learn to play everybody, so you can know what everybody do, so you know what to do.
You have to.
Yeah, and like I can play Penny Parker, Thor, Cap, and Hulk on Vanguard. Duelist, I play Squirrel Girl. I can play Punisher.
That's a lot. You must have a lot of hours because they say on Overwatch 30 hours per character to learn to be efficient.
I have 70 hours. I can play a decent Wolverine. I can play Moon Knight, and then strategies I can play Cloak and Dagger, Mantis. I can play almost every healer except Loki.
You don't have to. There's not role queues. Yeah. And I don't want them, please.
Yeah, they said they're not.
All right, good. Because Overwatch made 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 healers. And you know how people is. I really like playing healers. I never really care. I never had a problem.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to play DPS. Mm-hmm. So now you can have 3 DPS. You can have 4. You can have all type of configurations. You're going to see all types of, like, in a competitive scene, probably in the next 6 months, you're going to see all types of great team compositions and all that kind of stuff that you would not have seen if they forced role queues. Please, I know they said they're not. Please never change their mind on that.
Yeah, my Star-Lord is nice too for those, but yeah, I think the only healer I'm not good with is Loki. Like that takes some work. But yeah, I think it's really fun. I don't care. That's cool. It's free to play. Very good game, but those skin prices are egregious. I will not be buying any. There are some things there's currency you can earn, like this purple currency. You can't really do nothing with that, but that's if you buy this the battle pass. I'll buy the battle pass. $10. You get a bunch of skins in there and like sprays and emotes, because it's like 4 or 5 pages of stuff, and it never runs. You can just take your time to get it. So basically, you buy a battle pass, and then you still gotta earn money in the game, just purple currency, by doing these missions, these dailies and weeklies. And so you can take your time, just log on every day, do the dailies and weeklies, get the money, and then save your money for each page of stuff on the battle pass. That's my second battle pass, so I spent $20 total. And I'm still gonna make my way through the second battle pass. And then you got this blue currency. You get blue currency from some weeklies or seasonal events that they got going on. Every battle pass has a seasonal event going on, and you get stuff in there from the seasonal event. And then some of the things from the missions of the seasonal event will give you this blue currency. You can buy alternate colors, or you can say, like right now I have like 1,500 of the blue currency. And you get some of the yellow currency in the battle pass pages as well. But yeah, I will not be buying any skins separately bundled because some of them is like $25 or more. I'm like, they out there buying for like 1 or 2 skins. But now, what's cool is I gotta teach you some of the characters if we link up some time to play. Cause
yeah, you have to show me how to play.
That's a lot.
Cause I don't mind. Cause that's the only side. I remember I said I don't really play multiplayer. The only multiplayer game I will play is Marvel Rivals. At least for now.
This is my go-to for a while.
It's like crazily enough, bro. If Black Ops 6 would have stayed the way it was for the first few weeks, that would have been on my top 10. It was really good, but that game is absolutely destroyed, bro. I don't know what they did.
Yeah, and I got the platinum of this 3 days ago, so I'm like, I'm done. Now I can play ranked and actually play serious. Some characters I was just selling with, and also, you know, if I'll pick DPS first, and 3 other people will still lock in DPS. I'm like, all right, well, I guess we just go sell because y'all want to play stupid.
Yeah.
Because like normally,
go ahead. You report people, they're actually acting on it. So that's one of the reasons I quit playing Overwatch, because me and Ron used to play all the time. And people would jump off cliffs over and over, and you report them.
Oh yeah.
They wouldn't do anything.
My friend is petty as hell. Somebody talking shit, he like, oh, you got a weird ass name, report it. they be mad at people for 100 years. They not playing.
Yeah, stop that.
But yeah,
it's so funny.
And the cool thing I like, which I was telling you about, the game modes. They had these different game modes that they be adding. Like recently during December, it was they had this Jeff the Shark. I don't know if you know Jeff the Land Shark. He's a healer. They had this game mode where it was like Splatoon. It's just like a 4v4 Jeff the Land Shark, because you could get a costume for him, and you got to spray his water out and like paint the field your color and stuff. And you can still use his abilities to kill the enemy or like your ult to knock him off the stage. But yeah, it has Splatoon mode. That's gone now. But now with this new season for Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, they have 2 new game modes. They had this one with a free for all mode, so you can play any character. It's like 16 players or 12, and it's free for all. So you can test your skills. That's how I got a couple trophies, by doing that, because some of them were hard to do in the team unless you have a group. And then they added this new mode for the Chinese New Year. You basically playing soccer, and then like you play with 3 characters: Star-Lord, Black Widow, and Iron Fist. And yeah, you get the ball, you shoot it with R2 to pass it or whatever. You can pass or just shoot it ahead. So you gotta hold the ball and go through the goal with it. And if you go through the middle, it's 3 points. You go through left or right, it's 1 point. First one to 10 points win, or time run out. And so you use your abilities to knock the ball away from people, or you can dodge incoming attacks. It's a real cool game mode. I just play it just because it's fun, but you can play it to get this new currency, to get a costume and some skins too. So they cooking with the content, bro. And you know what they doing? They put in, because people have been leaking. I hate people leaking the character, bro. That annoys me. I'm like, why y'all want to spoil it? But the devs put in fake characters in the data, so people data mining. We don't know which one's real or not, because they put in fake characters.
Ooh, smart.
That's cool.
Smart.
Yeah, I like that. But yeah, this game is solid. Like I said, I got 70 hours in here. I will be playing this for a long time. I'm excited. It's very fun. I had to stop myself from playing it because I could go like a long time. Like me and my homie be playing like to 2 in the morning. Like, oh shit, I gotta get off and go to sleep for work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. But yeah, that's my list. Okay, we got time for like one more story because I know you gotta go.
Yeah, as long as I'm out of here in 20 minutes.
Okay.
Roughly 20 minutes.
So let's do this one. So Capcom wants to revive more of its classic IP. Following Capcom's announcements of new Kami and Onimusha, the publisher has stated it also wants to bring back some of its other legacy and dormant properties.
Like, do they have a list?
For interest, I don't think they have a list, but like they already, because another thing brought back is Power Stone, because they got the second Capcom collection, fighting collection, coming out this year.
Yeah.
I bought the last one with Marvel, but that's good to hear, because I would love to, like, Beautiful Joe. People want Dino Crisis back.
What about? Yeah, I mean, can we get a new Dead Rising that's more like 3? And can we forget 4 existed?
Yeah, and I think they'll do another Dead Rising because they just did that remaster. Oh, the
right?
first game.
And
So
hopefully they do. See, I need Capcom to do what they're doing to set a better example for what's going on in the industry, because they're
bro,
not spending $500 million on all these games. They're
yeah.
not getting all these Hollywood voice actors to come in. It's like they're just doing what they always did. They had kind of a rough gen a couple of gens ago, and then they really came back for the PS4, and they've been doing well. I need them to keep doing this because I need other publishing companies to say, okay, we can just really focus on gameplay again, and we don't have to spend all of it. There's just
Yeah.
too much going on in these other studios.
I need y'all to support these games. Like, go on Onimusha, because yeah,
It-
Capcom doing it right, bro. They bring back the old IP.
It's hard to. The Game Pass model has destroyed some of these customers. Why would anybody who's been getting something in their mind, even though they're paying $20 in their mind, it's free? How are you going to convince somebody to buy something for $70 that's not GTA or any of those like big ass games? They're just not going to do it. So it's not been good. But we've been saying it for years. People say, well, games, we have to buy the games. You have to. And they don't have to be 50 hours long for you to buy it either. Stop that shit, man.
Right.
They're killing me with that.
8 hours.
I'm getting whatever.
Yeah. I have my JRPGs if I want to play long ass games. I don't need every fucking Western
Right.
game to be long as shit.
12 hours, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I would love a Beautiful Joe. They want to bring back Mega Man, I heard. I need a new X game. But one game I want them to remake or remaster is this. I don't know if you ever heard this. You should like add it to your list. It's a Mega Man game, but it's a RPG, turn-based RPG. It's called Mega Man. I think it's called Mega Man X Command Mission. There's voice acting, and then yeah, it's a turn-based RPG, bro.
It's on PlayStation?
Yeah, it's PlayStation 2, GameCube.
Mega Man X what?
Command Mission. All right. Okay, real quick. This is a big one. So we'll talk about the canceled games, some more canceled live service games from PlayStation Studio. So one of the two. Now I don't. There was a third one. It was the MMO by NetEase, but then it came out. Somebody was like, "Well, it might not actually be true," so we waiting on that. But the confirmed ones for real are the games by Jason Schreier reported. Blue Point, you know, they did Demon Souls remake, and they used to do remasters. They were working on a God of War live service game. It's like you bought
Good.
this,
Cancel that shit.
yeah,
Get out of here, bro.
you cancel it. Like you bought a team that does remakes and remasters to work on a live service game, God of War. Like who asked for this? Like you guys tried multiplayer with like one of the PSP games, I think. And no, nobody wanted that. But it's just dumb. Like why would you have? And they could have did their own IP. Why would you have them working on?
And that's the problem. PlayStation has an issue thinking that some of their IPs actually are. That's how Horizon Legos can have 600 peak Steam player count. Their player count peaked at 600, bro, on launch day.
Yeah.
PlayStation, stop that. Live service is not y'all build. That's not what y'all do well. And y'all, I know y'all ain't getting putting the whole studio together for that. And then did God of War. That don't even sound good, bro.
And then it's like, last thing before I tell you about the other one, but that who asking for a multiplayer, like God of War, the new God of War is excellent, but who's asking for multiplayer from that combat? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, like nobody. Like y'all got Helldivers. Really be in the moment for that game and support that, and the resources that would have gone into other live service. Maybe do one more live service game. That's something totally different. Not no shooters or nothing like that. We have enough of those. Not no random hack and slash game. This is like you guys. They're absolutely killing. Do they have any RPGs that they could like live service where they have ongoing missions? Like do something like that. Don't. They gotta stop.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's canceled.
Me too. And then like what's it called? Ben Studio, the team that did Days Gone, and what's that spy game? The siphon filter, I think.
In studio did siphon filter.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I believe so.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Well, I'll never get Days Gone 2, even though I'm probably the only person in the world that wants.
I still gotta play that. And you know,
It gets good.
one of the ex devs still on this day upset they didn't get to do it. He be on Twitter.
Because the way it ends, if you
Yeah.
do all the horde, you realize that it needs. The story's not finished, but it takes like 30 hours for the game to get good. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you know up front. About 30 hours before you be like, okay, and then even then you might be like, ah.
Yeah, and then so this is just added to the list of canceled games. Like we learned from the leaks, Spider-Man was supposed to do one. Some Sony London team was supposed to do like some sci-fi live service things that got canned, and Factions got canceled, which was going to be a good one, but then it was a combination of like Bungie's like, oh, this is not it, but to also Naughty Dog's realizing like, oh shit, we gotta work on this after it comes out because it's a live service. Like, bitch, no shit, like you should have known that before you started developing it. And this crazy thing is, because they know it will be a hit because, well,
The first one was.
Yeah, and they thought the multiplayer wasn't going to beat anything. They just tacked it on last minute. They didn't market it. They didn't think it was going to be big. They were shocked how big it got. That's why I'm so
Uncharted 2
sad.
multiplayer was it wasn't as big as Last of Us, but that was pretty popular for its time as well. They should know better.
Yeah, so that sucks. That was the only one I'm upset about, like Factions being canceled. Cause that mean, bro, that just mean you have one game out. I'm not counting Last of Us 1 remake. I'm not counting that.
I'm not counting none of that stuff. You guys put out Last of Us 2
remaster.
That's one game in a decade? No, I'm lying. I'm lying because Uncharted 4 was 2017, I believe.
Yeah, Last of Us 2 was last gen, bro. And then they just remade a PS3 game that was remastered on PS4, and then they remastered a PS4 game.
And now the Last of Us 2 remasters in the works. Like, you guys are...
Yeah, that came out already. It came out last year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Last of Us 2 remastered. They just announced a PC version at the Game Awards. The people was like, stop showing this game. That's why people was about to be super pissed, but then they showed the new IP.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the resource time that's going into a remaster of a game that's not really that old, that's still playable, it still looks great.
Yeah.
Could be better put somewhere else. That's part of the industry's issue is but also the live service stuff, I'm glad it's canceled because I think the industry is going to try to gaslight everybody into thinking that single player games don't make any money and all that. No, y'all are just overly greedy and y'all want to make $1 billion every 9 months on a product. That's the issue. They're not going to tell them. They're not going to convince me that the single player. We've seen how well, and plus Nintendo exists. They're not going to sit here and lie in my face.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear the argument like, oh, just get like, bro. Yes, more and more kids buy, but quit acting like we don't have grown ass adults playing these games still. Like, I bet you
the Switch.
Yeah, I bet you the majority of purchases are adult gamers. Like,
yes,
there are a lot of kid gamers, but the majority is still adult gamers. Like,
yeah, and lots of kids these days. You would think that they would start gaming on Nintendo consoles, and they going right to Xboxes and PlayStations, bro.
Yeah.
They 5 and 6 years old, and they're not playing Nintendo Switches, bro. They're on to, at least the kids I know, they want PlayStations, and because that's what's cool, and they want Xbox.
Yeah.
So PC for sure, and definitely PC. PC on the come up, but it's getting not affordable and too expensive.
Oh, so yeah, the last thing about this story is, you know, we still got that Fair Games thing that's supposed to be coming out this year. Where it was like that heist game. I don't know. We haven't seen no gameplay yet, so I don't know what they gonna do for that. But yeah, they had the biggest flop in live service gaming history with Concord. Supposed to be 400 million, and Herman Hulse, who's like co-CEO of PlayStation, said it's gonna be the next Star Wars. I'm like, bro, look what happened to Concord. That shit was ass.
Do they not I mean, and then it's even hard, even if Concord was good. Let's say it was good. Marvel Rivals is here, bro. Your player base that you would have had if it stuck around would be gone because of Marvel Rivals. It's a no-brainer which ones would be more enjoyable for most people, especially if their friends is on it. These live service games require a friend group to be on the game.
Yeah.
That's what they're not getting.
Marvel Rivals hit 10 million players worldwide last month. It was crazy.
Is that concurrent?
No, it's just at one point all across all platforms. So like,
that shit ain't even got no. I don't even be seeing no ads or nothing. Like, you know, when you go to the movie times, I'll see a fucking video game commercial on the theater screen. Like, I ain't seen nothing like that for Marvel.
This is this just came out of nowhere. All-time peak on Steam 644,000. 24-hour peak right now it was 395,000. Playing right now is 286,000. Like, this game is.
Let's go on Twitch. Go on Twitch. Twitch is not the end all be all, but it does give you a little bit of idea sometimes. Sometimes Twitch is hard because it might be one dude that's carrying the category and makes the viewer count jump up. But right now, Marvel Rivals is sitting at 85,000 viewers. That's more than Counter-Strike, more than that's more than Fortnite, more than Minecraft, more than Call of Duty.
And bro, and just the memes, the skits, just from this game, it's crazy. It's blown up. And last thing,
still do that?
Yeah, I'm so sick of. I hate GTA 5 players. I'm like, bro, play another game, please. You guys, 15,000. You guys fuck the industry. Shark cars.
Fortnite and GTA 5, I will forever blame. Fortnite, Activision, Grand Theft Auto 5, I will forever blame the entire industry for.
Yeah, and it was reported this course correction happened on live service games because of the Concord flop, which is believable.
Good. People say you want games to fail. Not generally, but sometimes I do. Skull and Bones. Yes, I wanted that to fail. Absolutely. Quadruple because this guy's
Quadruple A.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, you should pay for how good the game is." No, he said that was $100 game. No, it wasn't. That's why y'all was giving all the influencers 5 codes to give out. Come on, ain't nobody doing that if they know their games like that. 5 codes, bro, each.
Yeah.
Garbage.
And I think that's it. How much time you got left?
About five or so minutes.
Okay. Last thing, we're gonna talk about. What was one of your favorite plats last year?
Plats? I'm gonna be honest. Last year was rough for plats because all the plats that I did were annoying. Wukong was annoying. That required multiple playthroughs. Maybe Astro wasn't. Astro was fun. Mm-hmm. Stellar Blade required multiple playthroughs. I'd have to go and look, bro. Oh, you know what you did to me with that Persona. I had to play that whole game. 2 goddamn times, bro. Because I ain't talked to that dude. I ain't talked to that dude. Oh my goodness. Most fun. I think it might be Astro Bot.
Okay. So
Dave the Diver.
You can add
that was this year.
It don't have to be from that year.
Oh, Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver was fire, man.
Yeah, okay. I got a couple. Astrobot, DMC 1. I was like, that let me know I still got it. And
yeah.
And Evil Within, bro. Cause you gotta play on Kuma mode where you die in one hit, and you can't do a new game plus. You had to do it new game, so you gotta get all your upgrades. You gotta say, oh, that was tough. So I'm like, oh yeah, I like that one. But yeah, fuck Wukong. But okay, last thing real quick, we could just the Xbox Developer Direct happened, so we got some release dates for these games now. They showed Doom: The Dark Ages. They showed you got paired with the Shield. It's a prequel to 2016. They said they wanted each game to feel different, so it's not as fast-paced as Doom Eternal. It's more standstill shoot stuff, but you can get around. You got a dragon you can fly on. You got these big kaiju battles in there. It's coming out May 15th. on everything. PlayStation 5.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Which
Ninja
everybody
Gaiden.
loves now, but I know they didn't buy the last however many games.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Everybody loves it all of a sudden, even though it.
We'll see.
Ninja
I never
Gaiden,
knew this to be big like that.
Ninja Gaiden was dead. It did not sell well. Like, let's keep it. But
I'm
I
looking at
played
BG
it.
charts right now. Oh, abysmal.
Yeah, I played 2 and 3. Or 1, 2. I played 1 because my friend had a PS3, and he bring it over.
Highest selling Ninja Gaiden, 1.15 million.
Yeah.
Just over a million. Is Ninja Gaiden 2.
Because these games are on Xbox exclusive at one point. Because the Sigma versions came out on PS3. But Xbox fans are not playing these types of games during the 360
Let me
era.
start on them dudes, bro.
So yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out fall 2025. It's going to have 2 protagonists, Ryu and another dude, Yamasa.
And all these games are coming to PlayStation.
Yakuma. Yeah, as well.
Unfortunately for Xbox players, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Xbox helped fund Ninja Gaiden 4, so that's cool that we got it again. Because of them. And then they announced a remaster for Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. It's out now. Ninja Gaiden 2 is probably my favorite out of the 3D trilogy. And then last thing, Expedition 33 got a release date April 24, 2025. This is day one for me. This is day one.
That shit look good.
Yeah, if you guys ever play a Mario RPG, Lost Odyssey, Legend of Dragoon, where it has a combat, or South Park games where you gotta press a button when you do an attack or to block, this is up your alley.
I forgot. That last South Park was last year, huh?
Oh yeah, that one, the snowball thing.
It was okay. They gave it a 3 out of 10. I ain't agree with that at all. Definitely was not a good game. A 3 out of 10 is crazy.
Yeah, South of Midnight, DEI, Kenna, that they call it.
I'm actually gonna physically buy that game.
Me too. I gotta support this.
Same thing I did for Liza P. I played it on Game Pass. I said, "Oh, this is really good," and then I went and bought it on Steam.
Yeah, I did too, man. I gotta support. Like, oh, Game Pass, let me test it.
It's not good. I'm gonna buy the game.
Exactly. But yeah, that's coming out April 8th. So April, we got a good month for April. February is stacked, and then March it's like slow because it's just AC. That's good that we get the rest, and then April stacked again. So that's awesome. But
so we got Monster Hunter and Kingdom Come Deliverance, which I have to play the first game.
Oh yeah, me too. Brother Groove, he loved that. He be spitting like gospel on that. And,
I played a little bit of it, but I was so overwhelmed. Your guy has no skills. He has no.
I played a long
can't
time
read,
ago.
Can't fight.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, you gotta and then I put on hard difficulty. I will not do that for that game. I'm turning it back.
Yeah,
it was too much.
It is super immersive. You'll get your head busted because you gotta block the right. Oh, they go this way. You gotta go the other way. You gotta be on point.
Yep.
And because it's Kingdom Come, Monster Hunter, Avowed, and Yakuza dropping next month. It's fucking crazy, man.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks for coming through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna do another one. I don't know when, whenever. Just let me know.
You need to bring the GMG back.
Yeah, me and Ricky was talking about it.